morning rain, and we are already seeing some low scores. And we're happy that you joined us today for the round 3 action of the KLPGA Championship. And what a day we are having here. And the Sonu Bae, our overnight leader, has gone up to 13 under par. But look out, Hee Jin Tae, who snuck up and put up a low score along with Sonu Bae yesterday at 7 under par. But let's take a look at the weather conditions we have at the Lakewood Country Club.
Oh, we have beautiful weather. 20 degrees Celsius is about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. We've got pretty decent humidity, but as you look at the wind speed, wind is not going to be a factor today for these girls.
What a beautiful scenery we have here. And while we do not have the benefit of a huge gallery that we would have expected at this major tournament at the Lakewood Country Club, we still have a great action. And Lan Hong, the veteran, 5 under par. And Mi Jung Kong, 7 under. Those are some of the names that might not be familiar with the players. With the veteran like Lan Hong, like Hyun Kim, 5 under par, and Hyun Yu, who put up 6 under par yesterday, is at 4 under par, and Shin Young Park is 6 under par.
And then we've got the rookies coming up here, like Hyun Song, showing a very strong performance yesterday. I think the course is going to be very conducive for good scores today.
And we mentioned about Hyun Young Park and Hee Jin Tae, 10 under par, only 3 shots out of the lead of overnight leader Sonu Bae, who recorded the first bogey in the second hole, but came right back and recorded a birdie to get back to 12 under and recorded another birdie to go 13 under. And Dobbin Ho also at 9 under, staying right there with our overnight leader.
And I'm really excited about this final round pairing. These 3 players are very strong and look out. They are going to shoot some low scores today.
Well, for the first time in the Lakewood Country Club for this week, the sun is starting to peek out a little bit. And we had
Jayam Kim.
Jayam Kim too. At the 6th hole with a good tee shot. It appeared a bit like a blind shot from the tee box with those trees coming in the way of the left side, but Jayam Kim too had no problem with that tee shot.
That's right. That's a big strength in her game, and it's good to see that they're bringing the umbrellas out, but not for the rain, but for the sunshine.
All right, Sonu Bae, who won this tournament 4 years ago for her maiden victory on the KLPGA Tour, would love to do the same thing. Same ball flight by Jayam Kim too. Good direction there, Eddie.
Yes, I like that. After she hits the ball, she has that little bit of a foot flip, signaling that she really liked the shot.
It's just a beautiful day we have today. And now Dobbin Ho, who has not had much success on the local tour, but took full advantage of the softer green conditions yesterday in the morning round, at the second round. Oh, another beautiful swing.
All 3 players playing at a very, very high level. I think Hee Jin Tae, I think she's one of the kind of players that quietly moves up the leaderboard, goes about doing her business.
So as we saw yesterday, these players continuing to show their winning form. And Hyun Young Park, another birdie on the par 4, 6th hole. Uphill. And Hyun Young just missing it. But 10 under par. So we have 3 players in a double-digit under par category.
And I'm pretty sure we'll see a lot more of that as the day progresses. The players are now getting accustomed to the greens. I think they're finally figuring out the speed.
All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights in the early round going here. A 2nd hole, we will check out Dobbin Ho, who is currently at 9 under par. On a short par 3, 2nd hole. Chipped up and look out, chipped it in for a birdie. At the time she went 9 under par, and that's where she's at now. And the 3rd round, this is Hyun Young Park.
She seems to have her putter all dialed in today. She's made quite a few of those. 2 back-to-back almost.
And our overnight leader, Sun Woo Bae, at 11 under after losing a shot.
That's right, comes right back and sticks one close.
And that bogey on the second hole was the first bogey of the tournament, but had no problem getting a birdie on the third hole to go 12 under. And the fourth hole is this Hee Jin Tae, who put up 7 under par quietly yesterday and drains that birdie putt to go 10 under par.
Yes, look out for Hee Jin. She also quietly moving up that leaderboard.
I almost want to give her a nickname of Silent Assassin.
That's right.
Oh, and look at here. Taking dead aim and just a few feet away. And Sun Woo.
Just racking up those birdies.
So she goes 1 under par for the day and 13 under for the tournament. And Hyun Park, that ball mark in front of her, not troubling her whatsoever. With 3rd birdie of the day, and she is on fire. This is Jayam Kim too. And she also joins the birdie parade.
That's right.
And she is continuing to show top form here at the Lakewood Country Club. And checking the leaderboard, all alone at the top, Sun Woo Bae, once again 13 under par, but look out, Hee Jin Tae and Hyun Park hot after Sun Woo Bae at 10 under par, both with 3 under par, and the name that's not too familiar, Leon Kim, 4 under par, and Ga-young Lee, also 3 under par for the day. Let's go check out Hee Jin Tae, currently tied for 2nd place. Looking at another birdie opportunity here, Eddie.
Certainly in her range. I expect her to make this one.
6-footer,
That's right.
and no problem.
That statistic that just came up, 6-footer, 83% conversion rate, very strong. She's not going to miss a lot of those.
The kind of day that Hee Jin Tae is having in early going is similar to what we saw out of Choi Bae, our leader. And Jayam Kim, 2.
Again, taking dead aim. She's aimed right at the pin.
2nd shot, 9 under par for the day.
Okay, kept it under the pin, which is good. She'll have a nice straight uphill putt from there for birdie.
And as we mentioned in the early broadcast, that we had indicated that the pin positions will be accessible. Greens, well, it'd be very fast, one of the fastest speed that we have seen in the 3 rounds so far. It has been softened up quite a bit from the rain we had yesterday as well as this morning. And Sun Woo, less than 85 yards.
And another great shot. Look at the spin control.
And Sun Woo has just improved her short game so well, particularly with those wedges.
Absolutely. And I think if she keeps hitting wedges like that, she's going to be hard to catch.
Dobbin Ho has 6 under par yesterday to get into contention and join the final group here in the moving day at round 3 action at the Lakewood Country Club. And this is her 2nd shot.
Yeah, a little bit long. Must not have had a very good lie there in the rough. Caught a little bit of a flyer.
All right, Mi Jeongeun on the 8th hole, par 4, 7 under. Would love to shave another stroke off here to keep climbing up the leaderboard. Eddie, what do you see here?
I think she's got a very good setup there. This is a good chance of going in. This is right in her range.
Slightly downhill. Oh,
great putt.
Nicely
great putt.
done. So back to back birdie from 6th through 8th hole. And she has also served notice to the top leaders She is also to be a force to be reckoned with.
That's right. I think she's also another quietly moving up the leaderboard type players.
But it's just exciting to watch some of these players, even without the gallery. They know how to compose themselves and keep firing away. And Hee Jung Lim currently 2 shots off the lead with the tee shot on the 7th hole. And this is another hole that has given up a lot of birdies as well as some eagles.
That's right. One of the few reachable par 5s here on Lakewood Country Club.
All right, Dobbin Ho, downhill putt, 9 under.
You saw our practice strokes. This is going to be fast, so speed control. Took a little bit of a bump there right at impact. I don't know if there must have been something there in her line. That's unfortunate, but she'll have about a 4-footer left for par.
And that's definitely not the kind of result that I'm sure Dobbin Ho was expecting. With that birdie, she could have joined the double-digit category that Hyun Park is enjoying right now, and she is teeing off here at the 7th hole, par 5. Also, going right down the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, hands off to the grounds crew once again after the rains yesterday. They really did a good job of draining this golf course out.
All right, Jayam Kim, too, the first round overnight leader, who put up 3 under yesterday, and once again, she is putting up some really good scores.
Great.
Oh, it just flips out. She also tried to join the double-digit low number.
I have a feeling she'll have a lot of good looks like that all day today. If she just stays patient, she'll start catching some birdies as well.
Eddie, when these players are playing and in the early going, I know that they're sometimes going well, but what do you do to really keep staying within yourself?
I think the hardest thing for a lot of these players is what I mentioned yesterday is just staying in the present. Now that we're in Saturday and have one final round tomorrow, it's easy to get ahead of yourself and start to think about what could happen. So stay in the present.
All right, let's take a look at Hee Jin Choi, the defending champion of the KLPGA Championship. At the right side of the fairway on the 18th hole, she teed off first from the 10th tee. Still trying to find that winning form. So far, she's done well. A couple birdies in the early going.
She's really going to have to turn the heat up on the game here if she wants to have a chance to be in the final group tomorrow.
You know Hee Jin Choi is such a great player, and there's absolutely no reason why she couldn't score 6, 7 under.
Indeed, that is correct. I think maybe being the defending champion and all the responsibilities that entails puts a lot of pressure on her this week.
Well, Sonu Bae had no pressure whatsoever to drop another birdie, and that's 3 to 4 holes, birdies recorded on the scorecard for our overnight leader, and potentially looking to be a wire-to-wire winner of the KLPGA Championship at Lakewood Country Club.
Right, she certainly has the skill to do that. It's going to be exciting to watch.
All right, she is another exciting player, Hyun Yu. A second shot for par 4, 8th hole. Looking anxiously, and that's a good shot there for Hyun Ju.
Pin high, left side, a very good look at birdie there.
Give us a little introduction of how Hyun Ju has done. I know she shot 6 under yesterday.
Had a bit of a slow start on the first round, but yes, 66 yesterday, and looks like she's on par for another great round today.
Dobbin Ho for par, no problem whatsoever. And I really like the way she is putting that ball. Dobbin, a bogey and 2 birdies.
Indeed, one of not the longest player out here on this tour, but certainly has a short game to back it up.
All right, let's take a look at Hyun Park on the 7th hole, par 5. This hole has definitely been a promising land for a lot of the players.
Yeah, she's not going to hold back on this shot.
About 240 yards to the green, and that ball has drawn quite a bit.
Okay, left side. Rough is a little deep over there, but should not present too much of a problem.
Ball sitting down, but I think that given the fact the green is guarded by the water hazard on the right side, I think that should be a good position to come into the pin. Hee Jin Tae only 3 shots out of the lead.
At 214 meters, I think she does have the distance. Will it get up just a little bit? Just short.
Boy, she's sneaky long too. We didn't expect to see that second shot to go that far. Almost went into the left side of the bunker, and boy, she is just absolutely delighted with her play.
She certainly is.
All right, another look at the par 5 7th hole where our top players, Hee Jin Tae and Hyun Park, are on, getting ready for the third shot. You see that huge water hazard in front of the green, protecting and guarding that, but the pin is definitely accessible today.
I think with a long second shot to the left side, right where Hee Jin just hit, I think that's the primary location. That should be the landing zone for your second shot. Makes it very easy, a short chip for eagle.
So Hee Jin at 11 at par knows that she cannot allow Sunwoo Bae to run away from her too much. And Sunwoo, as she has done yesterday and in first round, is on fire. And that's where we find the leader, Sunwoo Bae, on the tee, a 7th hole, getting ready for her tee shot.
If you can just find the fairway, which I think she did.
All right, 1 under par so far in the 2 rounds that she's played. Although she's gone in the rough on the left side, that should not be an issue.
That should not be an issue.
All right, we'll get a chance to see how much Hyun Park is able to put some spin on that. Only less than 80 yards out of the rough.
Yeah, with an uphill lie like that, she'll get the trajectory a lot higher than normal. I'm pretty sure the ball will be easy to control. And there it is. Great look at birdie.
And that's a good third shot, giving herself an uphill birdie opportunity. She's another player that has just continued to come up through the ranks on the KLPGA Tour. It's just amazing how many of these top stars continue to come up through the ranks.
That's right. The KLPGA does a great job of creating these competitions and an environment for these players to really tune and practice their games. I think that's the reason why a lot of the players end up going to the United States. And you see so many Koreans at the top of the LPGA as well.
Well, this is Serin Hyun, the rookie on the KLPGA Tour, who played on the Jump Tour, Development Tour, and has gone through the ranks and has earned her opportunity to play on the regular KLPGA Tour. And boy, she is set up for another golden opportunity for a birdie. Eddie, that lie that Hee Jin has drawn seems a little bit difficult to negotiate.
That's right. The ball that far below your feet, it's hard to control your distance, but looks like she's done this quite well. Great shot. Another strong look at birdie. Uphill, a little bit left to right.
Well, Hee Jin not disappointing her fans. And again, we are playing this tournament without the benefit of gallery. And can you imagine, with these players putting up such a great scores, had we allowed the gallery to come in, this golf course would have been absolutely packed.
Oh, I totally agree. I think the cheers and the crowds would reverberate throughout the entire course, making it that much more exciting.
All right, Hee Jin Choi, who couldn't do anything wrong last year and just comes up short. And that's been the story of her for
this entire week, yes.
Entire week. And she'll have that for par, cleans it up. But still not bad, 2 under. And she'll make a turn to go to first hole. Now this is Hyun Kim on the 8th hole for birdie. Downhiller, has she hit it hard enough? Oh, just lips out.
Yeah, that was a great effort from Hyun Kim. Talk about a veteran in a very, very short period of time. Her debut on the LPGA Tour hasn't been, I believe, a year or 2 years, and in that time, she's improved so much, the experience of playing in the United States.
Well, you know, one of the things that Hyun was having issues was getting on that long travel on the LPGA Tour.
Ah, yes.
Packing and unpacking.
That's right, that's
was
right.
really taking a toll, her physically and mentally, but I think she has bulked up a little bit, worked very hard over the winter month to put some pound in her body. Jayam Kim too, second shot from the left side.
Gotta be
Bit of
careful.
an awkward stance there.
Yeah, that's right. Gotta really be careful not to get up out of the shot, which is really easy to do, but looks like she's managed that shot from the rough pretty decent.
Well, she still has a rather sizable third shot coming up.
That's right.
And now setting Hyun. Co-leader after the first round at 5 under par. This is for birdie.
Excellent
and she
putt.
has done that. 9 under par. So
Just quietly going about her business.
again, she is another type of player that we are seeing coming out of the minor league rank. Has done so well. And Sun Bay, our leader at 14 under, currently leading by 3 shots.
Right, not taking any risk at all. Playing with the water on the right-hand side there. I think this is a very safe play. That should set her up for a great third shot, possibly another and yet another birdie.
All right, 7th hole par 5, Hyun Park. To try to get within 3 shots of our leader, Sun Bay. This is for birdie.
Great
And
putt.
absolutely no problem.
Yeah,
So-
these players are just lighting it up with the putter. Multiple birdies, some are consecutive birdies. Fun to watch.
Well, the players are definitely moving up the leaderboard, and now Hee Jin Tae, she cannot be looking outside of the cookie store.
That's right, not a lot of movement here. Just hit a solid putt. Just hit it solid. And you got it. Yeah.
All right, all 3 players in this group has mastered that 7th hole par 5 and 5 birdies in just 7 holes. Eddie?
Amazing, amazing. Reminds me of the leader's performance yesterday.
All right, Dobbin Ho for her second shot. Oh, that's a very confident swing there, Eddie.
Yeah, it certainly looked that way. A little bit further left than she wanted, but certainly safe.
All right, Dobbin Ho in her 4th season on the KLPGA Tour. This could potentially be one of the biggest moments for her. And now Hyun Ju for another birdie opportunity. Shot 6 under yesterday. And, just slides by to left edge.
Right, that was a good putt. I don't think she should be disappointed with that. Gave it a good roll.
Eddie, you mentioned that one of the things that she's been working very hard is her putting game.
That's right. That's one of the areas that I believe is holding her back from gaining higher performance. I think if she just improves her putting over this season, there could be good results.
Reigning champion of U.S. Women's Open, Jeongeun Lee 6 from the fairway bunker on the 18th hole. Currently level par for the tournament. And she has gone way right.
Wow, short-sided herself on the wrong side of the green there. That's going to be a difficult downhill chip.
Well, she's had a bit of an up and down day today. She teed off at the 10th hole. Started with a couple bogeys in a row, but righted her ship on the 15th hole par 5, but Now she's faced with a very delicate chip shot on the 18th hole after finding the fairway bunker with her tee shot.
She's going to have to get things going here. The entire field is moving lower and lower under par. Certainly don't want to go in the opposite direction on a day like this.
Well, we saw the former #1 player, Jeongeun Park, packing up and going home after 2 rounds action. Very disappointing for a lot of her fans as well as the media members. But now we're back to the 7th hole where the leaders are. And Jayam Kim, too, we had a bit of an awkward stance for her second shot. Will go first. And this hole so far today has not yielded any eagles, but 22 birdies.
One of the easier par 5s here, but looks like Chaeyoung has a pretty lengthy third shot. This green is certainly receptive to spin, so don't spin it back in the water.
This is her third shot.
Okay, good distance.
And I think she's done a very good job in keeping that below the hole, and she will have that for a birdie opportunity to join the party that had just left the 7th hole green, where we saw 3 birdies from all 3 players. And Dobbin Ho, this is for her third shot with about 90 yards coming out of the rough, Eddie.
Yes, that lie doesn't look that great, but we'll see how this goes.
I really like the way she kept that lower body still. Ball running away from her a little bit. Perhaps might have caught a flyer.
Nah, I believe so. The ball rolled out, released out that far. It's definitely had to do with the lie.
And here's our leader, 14 under par, looking to go 15 under par. Almost holed out yesterday for a shot eagle.
And I expect this to be close as well.
Oh, and it just goes right over the hole.
Wow, wow. If that ball had any spin at all, that had a good chance of going in.
All right, looking at the leaderboard again. Bae-Sun-woo also chased after by Hee Jung Lim at 12 under par, 5 under par after only 7 holes. And we have some exciting action going on here. And stay with us as we bring you round 3 action of the 42nd KLPGA Championship. We'll be back after these messages. All right, we're back to Lakewood Country Club. Round 3 action, and boy, we are seeing some birdies. Mike Kim alongside with Eddie Bay at the Lakewood Country Club, located about 35 miles northeast of downtown Seoul, Korea. We're happy that you joined us today for the round 3 action, the moving day. And moving they have. The girls have been just firing at the holes, and we are seeing just slew of birdies, Eddie.
It's so nice to see the weather, the skies opening up, the sun coming out, just creating a wonderful environment for the girls today.
Well, after 36 holes, the ladies have definitely shaken up the tournament rust, and you knew you couldn't keep these ladies down too long, and they have definitely shown the reason why they are some of the top players in the world.
Yeah, it's great the way the ground crew has set up the course today with the pins where they are. Everything is very accessible. It makes golf very interesting to watch when you see birdies flying out everywhere.
And again, Sun Bay, the overnight leader, is 14 under par so far going after 6 holes. Currently leading 3 shots over the second place Hee Jin Tae, who is right behind her, and she is also on fire, and that's where we find her. Out of the rough on the 8th hole with the second shot. Eddie?
Now, ball a little bit above her feet, but should not be a problem.
Now look at that stat. Greens in regulation, 100%, and she's posing.
Oh, just a little bit short. I think that might have been a lie situation as well.
You know, it always happens whenever you show the stats, the graphics, 100%. She misses the green for the first time today.
That's right. It's always a jinx, isn't it?
All right, Hyun Park, shot behind Hee Jin Tae, playing alongside with her, about 120 yards uphill.
Should go right to left here. The ball above her feet. Great shot. Below the hole. She'll have a good look at birdie from there.
Now, I had a chance to play the Lakewood Country Club where the ladies are playing right now, and a lot of the greens are a bit elevated, kind of difficult to really see that green to figure out exactly where to drop that ball on your approach shots.
Yeah, that certainly does affect your distance control and your depth perception.
Our leader, Sun Bay, on the par 5 7th hole for birdie.
Has she hit it? Has she hit it? Oh, she has it on line.
And still rolling.
Yeah, that was a good effort.
And she'll have that to tap in to remain at 14 under, 2 shots ahead of second place Hee Jin Tae. And this is Jeongeun on the 9th hole. Would love to walk away with the birdie to make that turn. And has she hit it? No.
That was an uphill putt for sure. Just lacked a little bit of pace. But an easy par. Two bogeys on the round with a single birdie. She really needs to get things moving, I think.
All right, Jeongeun Lee 6. She was faced with a very delicate chip shot onto the green, and she's currently faced with a par putt and no problem.
Yeah, solid stroke, very confident.
Well, she really had an up and down round in the first round and had a little bit of luck yesterday, but again today, just not able to get anything going. She will move on to the first hole. Now Hyun Kim on the 9th hole, birdie putt to go 6 under par for the tournament.
And looking good. Wow,
and
another
drops
confident.
it. Going down the hill, confident putt there.
That's right. That was a downhill putt. That was a good thing that it hit the back of the hole.
And look at that. She's kind of clapping to herself.
She
Gotta
knew
give her
that.
a little pat on the back.
That's right.
And again, the players expressing rather difficulty playing without the benefit of gallery. Our leader, Sunu, cleans it up for par to remain at 14 under and leads by 2 over Hee Jin Tae. Oh, and Hee Jin has decided to go with a putter. Eddie, what do you What do you see here?
Yeah, not a bad decision. It's not that far off the green. Ball's sitting up nicely on the fringe, and pretty much a straight uphill putt.
Hee Jin get within one shot of their leader, Sun Woo-bae. And beautiful putt. Oh, tantalizingly just runs it by about an inch.
Yeah, kept it on the right side of the hole, or the high side of the hole, so it did have a good chance of going in. That's a little unfortunate, didn't drop.
But you just cannot complain with her score currently, 5 under par for the day. And Jayam Kim, 1 under.
Yeah, she's one of those players that we were expecting to shoot very, very low score with her combination of distance and accurate short game, but just can't seem to get things going this week.
And using that little body English to wheel that ball into the hole for a birdie. So she has been exchanging 3 birdies for 3 bogeys to remain at 2 under par and level par for the day.
She must have been caught out in the rain on that first round with that 2 over 74. Very uncharacteristic of a player like her.
Well, they say Jayam Kim, Jeongeun Lee 6, and Sunghyun Park were the 3 top players in the world ranking, and we had expected a lot out of them, but unfortunately, now Sun Woo-bae, our leader.
Oh, she did not hold anything back on that drive. Look at that ball still running into the rough. Oh, into the drainage. She'll certainly get relief from that stance.
Now, some of the viewers, if you notice that the type of grass that's in the fairway, that's a zoysia grass. It has tendency to turn green much later in the day and in the year, and also turns brown much earlier. And Hyun Park, that was for birdie.
Yeah, lackluster putt there. Didn't really give herself a chance there. Looks like she almost decelerated on that stroke.
All right, Jayam Kim 2.
Just rips one down the fairway.
Now, she knows that she cannot let Sun Woo-bae run away too far from her. Still 5 shots out of the lead, but very much within the range to catch up with her. All right, playing alongside with Jayam Kim 2 is Dobbin Ho. In her 4th season on the KLPGA Tour, had a good tee shot there.
Nice rhythm, excellent balance. Just a little bit left and not quite the area that she wants to be for a second shot, but with her short game, I don't think she's concerned.
Now, Sun Woo-bae, who currently plays on the Japan Tour, Japan has had a very difficult time trying to get the tour started, has decided to come home, and what a great decision she has made. Now, this is Mi Jeongeun.
Indeed.
And watch
What
out!
a putt! Oh, wow, that was a great putt from off the green.
Great effort on the part of Mi Jeongeun. And she'll walk away with a par, but shouldn't be complaining on that one.
Oh, absolutely. That was a great 2-putt from there.
We noticed that Mi Jeongeun is also playing with Choi, who came away with a 4 under par in the first round, had thought about making some move on the second round, but level par, and also has not been able to make any moves.
That's right. That's, after a first round performance like that, it's a little disappointing to not be able to follow it up with another good round on the second day.
Choi, Rookie of the Year award last year, and she competed very hard all the way down to the last tournament with Hee Jin Tae, who is currently 2 shots out of the lead on the 9th hole.
Good looking tee shot there.
It is almost kind of getting boring to watch her hit tee shots. Right down the middle, very consistent, never really comes out of her swing. It's just remarkable how she is able to really compose herself in a major tournament like this. Eddie?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, Hyun Park missing out on the golden opportunity to go 12 under to join Hee Jung Lim. Very good swing.
Okay, just catches the left side of the fairway there. That's should be a good position, good angle into the green.
Hyun with a bubbly personality, really enjoying that opportunity to be in the leader group. Jayam Kim too for her second shot.
Sounded like she caught that a little bit chunky. It wasn't a very clean impact there. So it ends up a little bit short.
But I think with the short game that she has, and now she's kind of tossing off the grass a little bit, and might have felt like the wind was into her face a little bit. All right, Dobbin Ho for her second shot. Would love to pick up a birdie right here.
Okay, the second shot on the way, and again ends up short, just like Jayam Kim.
Both of those players just not able to gauge that distance. You know that these players are so mindful of the fast downhill putt that they'll be faced with if they ever end up above the hole.
Right, maybe it was a combination of the uphill lie and possibly a little bit of wind up there. The green is certainly elevated higher than the fairway. This entire hole runs up the hill.
All right, Sun Bay getting ready for her second shot from the rough in front of the fairway bunker.
And even from her position there, it's very difficult to see the bottom of the pin, which definitely affects your depth perception.
Now let's see our leader, what she could do.
Sounded like it was clean on the way, and another great shot.
And this is one of the reasons why we have Sun Bay leading and sitting all alone at the top position at 14 under par. 2 shots ahead of Hee Jung Lim.
She is just cruising along today on this moving day.
And Hee Jung, Hyun Park, all on the 9th hole, getting ready for that second shot.
Just barely carries.
That was a very aggressive line. Getting right over the green side bunker, and ball still trickling back a little bit, but we'll have a sizable uphill birdie putt. All right, Hee Jung Lim right down the middle of the fairway. Currently 5 under par for the day and 12 under for the tournament.
Just a routine shot for her. She looks a little bit displeased. Let's see where it ends up. Okay, it stays on the right. Okay, at the right level.
That's pin high, not bad for Hee Jung Lim. And at that distance yesterday, Hee Jung was threatened to hole out from just about any of the holes that she was at.
That's right. She was sinking them from everywhere.
And once again, the overnight leader, Sun Bay, at 14 under par. 2 shots ahead of Hee Jung Lim, and Hyun Park right behind Hee Jung Lim. Shot out of the lead, 3 shots behind her.
And you have Hyun Lee. Look at her moving quietly up the leaderboard at 3 under.
Lan Hong, the veteran, hanging tough. And we'll be back after these messages for the round 3 action. And welcome back to Lakewood Country Club, where the round 3 action is taking place for the 42nd KLPGA Championship. And what a day we have so far, Eddie, as the players are taking dead aim at the pin positions, and the Birdie Fest is taking place here at beautiful Lakewood Country Club.
Yes, again, it is moving day, so we are expecting to see a lot of players into the red. A lot of players already at 3, 4, 5 under for the day.
All right, Hyun Yu shot 6 under yesterday. One shot out of the best round of the day. Coming out of the rough and very nicely judged. And she'll have that for an opportunity for a birdie to go 4 under par for the tournament. Started off a little slow, 2 over par in the first round. And second round, 6 under. Has lost a shot today, but the leader, Sunwoo Bae, going downhill.
Still looking just a little bit.
And a great putt. Just well-judged distance for Sunwoo.
Just going about her business. And nothing really out of her league, nothing out of her abilities. I think she's just on cruise control at this point.
You know, 2 of the tournaments that Sunwoo has won are both major tournaments on the KLPGA Tour. It just seems like some of these players, like Bruce Koepka, these players tend to really rise up to occasion on these major tournaments.
That's right. The bigger the stage, the better their performance. She certainly seems to be one of those types of players.
Young Park. This is for birdie to go 12 under to join Hee Jin Tae, and just comes up short. A nice putt. Good distance control there. But still, you can't complain about shooting 4 under par in the front 9. And that should give her some really good momentum as she makes the turn.
That's right, that's right. These Korean players, many of them are very stoic looking. It's very hard to read their emotions, but she certainly should not be disappointed with that putt.
Well, the way she was walking, you almost feel like she may have shot 4 over rather than 4 under in the front 9 there.
That's right.
All right, Hee Jin Tae to get within one of our leaders, Sunwoo Bae.
This is certainly in her range, but just not enough break. Yeah, I think the ball started a little bit further left than she would want to have started the line.
And it looked like the moment she hit it, she knew the ball was breaking toward left. But again, 5 under par in the front 9, and she also walks like she has just shot even par. So between those 2 players, 9 under par in the front 9.
Yeah, that's amazing.
What a great score, and they have definitely given us a great golf to watch. And the 9th hole, par 4, which is where our last group, the final group, will be coming on.
Very straightforward par 4 here, nothing tricky. The rough doesn't affect the second shot very much here, and the pin is in a great location.
And today, the tournament officials have given the players an opportunity to really go after that pin, tucked back in the left side.
Yeah, it's a pretty good graphic representation there. Just middle of the fairway, middle of the green, you have a good look at birdie.
Our leader, 14 under, 9th hole. And this hole ranked the 2nd hardest hole in the 36 holes of competition, and has had no problem whatsoever down the right side of the fairway.
That's right. That was a great drive. Nothing to it.
All right, Jayam Kim too. Let's not forget about her. She's still not out of it.
Oh,
She's
absolutely
right
not.
there. She can get hot in a hurry, Eddie.
Yeah, that's right. She is not a player you ever take lightly. She'll always be lurking in the background, and with her consistency and her great putting stroke, don't count her out. Great drive, great swing, good balance, and a good kick back into the fairway.
Back in the fairway, and that should leave her a good opportunity to spin that ball and carry it over the ridge on the green, where the pin is sitting back left side. All right, Dobbin Ho. It's got to be very unnerving for a player like Dobbin, who's not had much success on the tour, but for the first time that she has actually joined the final group.
You know, what an experience this is for her, and for her to be playing as well as she is right now is an added bonus.
And I really like the fact that she has continued to stay within 4 or 5 shots out of the leader. And Dobbin Ho got to be saying to herself that, well, I got absolutely nothing to lose here. I'm going to try to pick up as much as I can from a veteran like Sonu and Jayam Kim too.
That's right.
All right, par 5, 11th hole. And Jeongeun quietly has started to gain some interest of our.
A very long par 5. She's got the fairway metal out here for her 3rd shot.
Not sure exactly what happened with her 2nd shot, but that is a hit way up in the air.
And a good result. What a shot there.
I'll tell you, one of the players that was just an absolute magician with those long hybrid clubs was none other than Hyun Kim, who is now retired, has a son, and is back in Korea running an academy. Jeongeun Lee 6 on a par 5 first hole. And this will be her 10th hole for the day. And knew that she had missed that putt, Eddie.
Yeah, up and out of that stroke. As soon as she hit it, she knew that it wasn't going in. I don't think things are really going her way today.
Well, this is one of the holes that she was having all sorts of problems in the first round, where that was her first hole of the first round action, and came away with a double bogey, and has not been kind to her ever since. Hee Jin Tae, the defending champion, comes out well short of that birdie putt.
I think a lot of these players are having difficulty adjusting again. Some players are very quick to adjust the speed, but some players are having a little bit of trouble adjusting their speed on the greens.
Well, the ladies definitely have mentioned that it was very difficult not only to adjust without playing in front of the gallery, but also playing without having any tournament experience since February for many of the players. Some of them, even Sungyeon Park, had not played in the tournament conditions since November last year.
Right. People don't realize how hard it is to readjust yourself for actual tournament play. There's a certain rhythm that goes into playing in tournaments with all the stress and the expectations. Taking that time off certainly has an effect.
Hee Jin cleans that up for a par.
Right. Nearly missed it on the left side, but it did catch the left side and goes in.
All right, Jeongeun Lee 6. Love to just walk away with a par to stay at level par for the tournament.
Okay, she wraps that one up, gets out of there.
And still kind of shaking her head.
Right.
1 over par for the day.
A disappointing par on a par 5, but she's got to keep her head up and just keep grinding away.
And with an excellent condition in terms of weather and the pin position, very accessible, that has to be a disappointing result for Jeongeun Lee 6. Now this is Jayam Kim 2, 9 under par for the tournament. Needs to get going here.
Looks like a middle iron. She has slightly downwind, up the hill. Fairly routine.
Now we saw a few of the players come up a little bit short with their 2nd shot. All right, Jayam. It just doesn't seem really comfortable getting over that ball, Eddie.
Certainly seems that way. Oh, she hits it solid though. It's a good sounding shot. Is it gonna roll up? Just barely on the front edge.
And that's going to be a a sizable putt
Wow, that looked at
for
least
not only birdie, but also she may be content with just walking away with a 2-putt par. And our leader, Sun Ubei, one of the things that she has not had any issue.
another good strike. Just not judging that distance.
Now, are these ladies also taking the consideration of the downwind a little bit? It just seems like that they're hitting it much shorter than they need to.
Oh, absolutely. I think the miscalculation there, assuming the wind was going to be stronger than it is, or the uphill elevation.
At about an 18-footer for Jeongeun for a birdie. And
On
that
its
just
way.
keeps on going and drops it
Oh.
in for 9 under for the tournament. And a beautiful putt that was.
Right, that I don't think she was expecting to make that one, but when it did go in, it was a nice surprise.
Well, she is very, very delighted that she made that putt.
And a very good chance to be in the final round.
All right, still many golf holes left. This appears to be a bit of an uphill for veteran Lan Hong. Also would love to walk away with a birdie. This is to go 6 under par for the tournament.
And a very clean stroke that was.
A very smooth, silky putting stroke. Lan Hong just continuing on with her career. Remembering her making that debut way back in 2004. All right, our leader who came up woefully short with her second shot.
Electing to go with a wedge off the fringe. And this has got to get up. This has got to get up. Okay.
All right, this could potentially be the first time that she has come up a lot shorter than she needed to for a chip. But remember that she made a putt similar to that distance yesterday on the 10th hole to save a par.
That's right.
Jayam Kim, too, also looking at a very sizable birdie putt going up the hill. Must have gotten a pretty good read out of Sun Ubei's chip there.
Hopefully she learned something from that.
Nine under par.
Just wants to get the speed right. Just get it within a meter or two. And it looks like this is going to come up short as well, but all right, that should not be a problem for her to wrap up for par.
And she has that for par to remain at 9 under par for the tournament, 5 shots out of the lead. But our leader currently faced with about a 7 or 8 footer to save a par on the 9th hole.
Yeah, she's going to have her work cut out for her to wrap that par up.
Dobbin Ho. This is an opportunity for a birdie and make that move. Potentially a 2-shot swing right here. Oh, and that is the disappointing result there. All 3 players in this final group coming up short. And could it be that the players are seeing a little bit more speed than we are seeing here on the screen?
And also, I think watching the previous players strike and not getting it to the hole certainly has a mental impact on your visualization for your putt.
Where yesterday, our leader, Sun Ubei, could not do anything wrong. From any distance, she was threatened to hole out, and now, Eddie, what kind of break we're seeing here?
I think this is going to be left to right, from her left to right. It's a slice break up the hill. Oh, just not enough break.
So this will be only the second birdie in the 45 holes that she has played.
Yeah, second bogey on the front nine. That's got to be a little disappointing considering she was in the middle of the fairway.
But this has given an opportunity for this lady right here to narrow the gap.
That's right.
Par 4, 10th hole, second shot for Hyun Park. Currently 11 under par.
Landed a bit hard on the green. It sounded like the greens are really starting to firm up now. She'll have about a 35, 40 footer for par or for birdie.
All right, set in Hyun, the rookie, also on the 10th hole.
What a good-looking swing that was. On the way, middle of the green. Another good look at birdie.
And that's a good result for her. She'll have a little bit of downhill putt, but I'm sure she will be happy with that result. And now we have Hee Jin Tae. Not sure if these players have the benefit of the leaderboard changing with Sunwoo dropping his shot, only a shot out of the lead. And greens in regulation have only missed one green so far on the 9th hole.
Looked like a clean strike from the rough. A little bit too clean as it runs away. She's going to have a lot of work left of her, just a 2-putt from there.
And the way she is just really carrying herself is just so impressive. Whether she is playing well or not, she is still just staying with herself. Hyun Ju on the 11th, par 5. 3 under par for the tournament.
Okay, right side of the fairway. Okay, we're going to take a look at this takeaway. Wide shoulder turn, fully loaded. You notice how the hips have stopped at 45 degrees and the upper body has continued. And that leads to this type of an impact. And a full release into a full finish, nice and balanced.
It just doesn't seem like she is moving that much on the lower body, that she is really keeping that lower body very steady.
Yes, her legs act as brakes as the club starts to come down into impact. That creates a tremendous amount of club head speed.
All right, looking at the leaderboard, and Sunwoo still maintaining the leader position, but only one shot over Hee Jin Tae. And it is starting to pack up a little bit, as it should be in the moving day and the round 3 action here at the 42nd KLPGA Championship. And Jayam Kim 6 under par, and we'll be back after these messages. All right, we're back to Lakewood Country Club where the round 3 action is taking place here at the 42nd KLPGA Championship. And birdies are coming in bunch. And Hee Jin Tae, only a shot out of the lead of overnight leader Sunwoo Bae, who has just dropped a shot on the 9th hole. And this is Hee Jin Choi, the defending champion, on the 3rd hole par 4. And for birdie to go 5 under par, got to make something happen right here.
Looks good on the way, and what a putt that is. These players certainly are not disappointing this 42nd championship.
So even though she has 3 birdies, I'm sure she would love to have a few more to her record.
This is really starting to stack up to an exciting final round tomorrow. These players are really jockeying for position and getting as low as they can.
And this is Jeongeun.
Looking good.
And looking good there.
Wow.
And drops a long putt there for birdie.
From way downtown, drops a bomb on this short par 3. What a putt that was.
Now, if you notice that she has not taken any advantage of the par 5s that she has had, but still able to put up some under par scores. Now this is Hee Jin Tae, Mehdi. Long birdie putt, but got a lot of real estate to cover.
Yes, just trying to get it close enough to have an easy par putt. And it looks like she's going to end up a bit short. Way short, actually. Uncharacteristic of her. I think that was just a misread.
Now Hee Jin Tae, after Sunwoo Bae bogeying the 9th hole, only getting a shot out of the lead, would love to save that par to remain only 1 shot out of the current leader, Sunwoo Bae. But now birdie opportunity on the 11th hole to get a shot back that she has given to the field.
Yeah, she needs to make this putt. Right in the range. Very straightforward. And a good result.
Nicely done. Still not an easy birdie putt downhill, but was able to sneak it in with a little motion.
A little sign of relief that it did go in.
And Hyun Ju-yu.
She is an explosive player. As you can see from a round yesterday of 66, she can go low because of her distance.
Getting that birdie on the 11th hole, I had to give her some positive feedback. And moving on to that short par 3 12th hole where Jeongeun making a bomb for a birdie. And this is Hyun Par on the 10th, playing alongside with Hee Jin Tae. And that never really had a chance to go near the hole, but I think from where she was, would be pleased to walk away with a par to remain at 11 under. 2 shots out of the lead and very much in it, Eddie.
Yes, that's right. She can't be disappointed with that. That was great distance control. Good touch.
All right, Setting Hyun. Shot 6 under par yesterday, rookie. Had a good career down in the minor tour. And it is just so difficult to make it on the regular KLPGA Tour. They have to go through at least 2 levels to earn the playing privileges. And this is for birdie.
Everybody's missing on the low side here, just not quite reading it correctly. But the distance control was there. That was a good touch.
It almost seems like a double break there, Eddie.
Yeah, it certainly did. Started right, moved a little bit left, and moved a little bit right at the very end.
All right, rookie. Not bothered by playing with some of these top players under major tournament condition. All right, Hee Jin Tae.
A big putt here.
Big putt here. Huge putt to save a par. Hee Jung, who won 3 times last year, lost out to Hyun Cho for that Rookie of the Year award winning prize.
No doubt she's a future top star here on the KLPGA Tour. And it's going to be putts like these and experiences like this right here that makes her a champion.
She must have had a good look at what setting Hyun putt did. This is for par.
It's a good stroke. And just a little too much speed. Couldn't catch that break at the very end of the right. That's unfortunate.
All right, marks it right next to the Hyun Park's par putt coming up. They're going to have to talk about where the mark needs to be. So I think Hyun has asked Hee Jung to move the ball mark.
Well, that's an unfortunate loss of opportunity there to try to gain one on the leader, Sonu Bae.
And a good par putt for Hyun. So making the turn after the 9th hole, shooting 4 under par. And for this lady right here for a bogey, got to be disappointed with that result.
Okay, well, you just got to put it in your past and just move on. You got a par 5 coming up, another chance at birdie. Get it right back.
Drops the shot and now goes into a tie for 2nd place behind this lady who is currently at 13 under par after dropping a shot on the 9th hole. And green's clearing up for this leader, and a great shot.
Wow, excellent shot that was. Hole was set up perfectly for her right to left draw.
And another great shot sitting there already.
Playing with lots of confidence.
Jeongeun leads 6. And it appears that she has found the fairway bunker. Shouldn't be an issue, about less than 100 yards. Oh, and it's gone way over the green. Not sure exactly what happened there, Eddie.
Yeah, it looks like she hit it right to left. That's an uncharacteristic miss for her.
All right, par 5, 11th hole, Hyun Park.
Got to let it rip here. This is one of the easier par 5s on the course. You got to get it out there.
And you have got to take advantage of this par 5, 11th hole. Has given up quite a few birdies today as well. Hyun Ju also walking away with a birdie to go 4 under, level par for the tournament. Now this is Jayam Kim. Ranked in the top 10 in the world. The highest ranked player in this tournament.
Just catches the left edge, rolls in. Nice birdie.
All right, she's had a lot of up and down round today. We see a lot of bogeys, but also a lot of birdies as well. Now, Hee Jung disappointed with that bogey on the 10th hole to stay within a shot behind the Sonu Bae, the leader. This is Hee Jung Lin.
Pretty confident looking swing there. And the result speaks for itself, straight down the middle.
All right, Hee Jin. This appears to be a Hee Jin Choi, our defending champion. Also on the right side, the par 4, 4th hole. It's rated at the 6th hardest hole for the ladies so far. And not too bad of a result for Hee Jin.
Yeah, she'll be left with about 20 feet for birdie up the hill. Just peeking over that ridge there to see where her ball landed. So apparently she could not have seen the bottom of the pin on that approach shot.
So Eddie, you really have to trust your distance and the club control.
Yes, that's right.
All right, and these are the kind of shot that we know that Jeongeun Lee 6 can pull off.
And another good one. Rolls it up there nice and close to save par. What a great shot that was.
And that's how she was able to win the U.S. Women's Open last year, and she will be defending her title come December for the U.S. Women's Open, which was postponed
Indeed.
to the month of December. And Young Park getting ready for her second shot. And a powerful swing that she has put on.
Yeah, she didn't hold anything back there.
And has elected to keep the left side of the fairway for her third shot setup.
That's going to give her a pretty good angle into this pin. Now let's see what she can do here.
Now with this type of shot, Eddie, do you want to hit as hard as you can to shave off the distance that you're faced with a third shot?
No, especially with the ball below your feet. You don't want to try to swing harder. You want to try to maximize your angles to try to cut off the distance.
Exactly. And that's exactly what Hee Jin Lim has done. So even Hee Jung, whether shooting 5 under in the front nine or a bogey on the 10th hole, you just cannot tell the kind of day that she is having.
That's right.
Our rookie setting Hyun, she is elected to go with an iron, Pierce.
Interesting choice of club selection. She must have been in between clubs or trying to leave herself with a very good yardage that she's confident with, but unfortunately pulled that a little bit into the left rough.
I'm a little bit frustrated with that result, but there have been so many fans and media members talking about the incredible talent of Setting Hyun, and boy, she has not wasted any time showing her talent.
Exactly.
All right, this is Sunu Bae. Love to get a shot back here at the 10th hole to go back to 14 under and lead by 3.
Wouldn't be surprised if this rolls in. This is, oh, just a little short. So she's left the last 2 putts a bit short.
But despite the bit of an issue that she's had in the last 2 holes, she is still 1 under par for the day and holding on solidly with that lead. 2 shots over the leader, the pair of players. This is Hee Jin Choi. Hee Jin won 5 times last year on the KLPGA Tour.
Simple right to left uphill putt.
And this is for birdie.
She's got good speed, but just not enough. Not enough speed, not enough break. I'm wondering if the green conditions are getting a little bit slower in the afternoon.
Hee Jin, who won twice as an amateur, has a total of 7 wins in her career. And aside from winning 4 tournaments last year, she also won this tournament and just would have loved to have an opportunity to be in the top leaderboard, but just could not get anything going. She 4-putted in one of the holes, and that definitely took her out of any contention, took the air out of her. All right, this is Hyun Ju Yu, feeling pretty good about that birdie on the 11th hole, par 5. Has decided to go with a 7-iron.
Wow, cut off that follow through. Looks like a little bit of a punch shot. Try to keep it low.
And ball
Just hangs
sitting
on.
up on that edge, and she'll have a very delicate chip.
Hitting 7-iron from 153 meters is average men's distance for 7-iron. So certainly not a short hitter by any means.
Setting Hyun, 9 under par.
She's got to be very careful with this. Ball in the rough and below her feet. Looking at it intently. Is it going to spin?
Oh, good
Okay.
result there.
Great shot. Great
A
shot.
lot
there.
of spin on that and able to keep that ball running away from her. So she'll have that almost a similar distance and the angle that Hyun Ju had for her birdie. And this is Hyun Park.
Staring this one down. Is it going to release? Oh, another
that
fantastic.
has released, and she'll have that for a birdie to go 12 under par for the tournament to get within a shot of the leader, Sun Bae, who has just finished the 10th hole. And along with Hyun Park, and it's Hee Jung Lim getting ready for her third shot. And it's releasing, and it's keep on going, and that will be very close for a birdie, and will go 12 under par and a shot out of the lead. And Hee Jung, after giving away a stroke on the 10th hole, has now reserved for a birdie opportunity here and the 11th hole.
Yeah.
Another look, Eddie.
Pretty standard wedge shot here. Right up her alley in terms of distance that she likes to hit. And fortunately, the ball released nicely.
And it seemed like that ball hit the ridge, and it just that ball releasing forward.
Yes, it certainly did.
Now back to 11th hole, par 5. 11th hole, our leader, Sun Bae.
She's letting it fly. And a good bounce towards the middle of the fairway. Nice drive.
Sonu winning twice on the Korean Tour before moving on to the Japan Tour.
And here we take a look.
Quickly winning twice also on the Japan Tour last year.
This is a really, really interesting swing here. A lot of hip turn and quick hip turn and release into impact.
And we mentioned about how she finishes so high. And with that classical reverse C swing almost coming out of that swing.
That's right. I'm concerned about potential back injuries, but beautiful swing.
And once again, Sun Bae leading at 13 under par, currently on the 11th hole, finding the middle of the fairway, but Hyun Park and Hee Jung Lim right behind her, only 2 shots out of the lead. And we'll be back after these messages for the round 3 action from the Lakewood Country Club. All right, we're back to Lakewood Country Club for the round 3 action, and the action we have as the ladies are really heating up, and the leader Sun Bae, after dropping a shot, finds the middle of the fairway for the par 5 11th hole, and Hee Jin Lim also looking to get another birdie after a beautiful third shot on the 11th hole. And now just shot out of the leader, Sun Bae. And look at that score. 6 birdies and 1 bogey, Eddie.
That's right. What a performance. It's always nice to have those tap-in birdies, especially after having a bogey.
All right, Hyun Yu, we saw her tee shot just barely staying out of the greenside bunker and misses that par putt, slides by.
She's got to be careful with this putt coming back. Don't rush it. Okay.
So it has been an up and down round, and now she is still 1 over for the day. Yesterday, she had no problem. Turned in a 6 under 66. And this is setting Hyun.
Looking at another really good birdie opportunity.
Just slightly downhill.
Downhill, right to left. Get the right speed.
And looks like she has pulled a little bit to the left and misses an opportunity to get to double digit.
Yes, that's quite unfortunate. She didn't read enough break into that putt.
But straight in. Shot 6 under yesterday, 2 under so far. And this is defending champion Hee Jin Choi. Won 5 times last year. Was a winner of everything.
Tee shot on the way. Push it out to the right side. If that keeps funneling down, that's going to be a very difficult 2-putt going over the ridge.
And even looking at that putt, she is going to have just a treacherous downhill putt. Hee Jin, along with Jayam Kim, all have some beautiful swing and the rhythm. All right, this is Hyungyang Park. Got to stay together and stay within Hee Jin Lim. This is for birdie. Up the hill. Oh. That did not seem like a really good putting stroke there, Eddie.
Yeah, she seemed a little tentative before the stroke. I did see a little bit of indecision there on the putt. I think that might have been a little misread as well.
All right, she needs to shake that off and move on to the short par 3 12th hole.
Yes.
And what a beautiful day we have here at Lakewood Country Club, located about 35 miles northeast of downtown Seoul. And this golf course used to be known as Royal Country Club. It has another 18 holes, but they have come in and done some major renovations, and the owners have added a beautiful driving range that we may have already seen in our telecast. And this golf course has a lot of history. This is where the 4 of the founding members of the KLPGA has started their golf career. Now this is Jayam Kim 2 on the far right-hand side. Eddie, what kind of shot that she needs to put on to get this ball closer?
Yeah, I'm surprised she's gripping so high up on the grip there with the ball so far above her feet. And it seems like there might be a few players down there that are in her line of sight. But she needs to keep her lower body very stable, just like that.
Let's not forget about Jayam Kim too. She could definitely go low, but this one, I think, has to be a bit of a mental mistake. Maybe it was indecisive in terms of the kind of distance that she wanted to carry.
That's right. It's always difficult when you have such an uneven lie.
All right, Leon Kim We mentioned a few times about her name on the leaderboard, and she has just come up about an inch or two short of dropping a birdie putt there to go 8 under par. But still a pretty good result playing alongside with the world ranking Jayam Kim. Jayam has had a lot of birdies, but also given away a lot of strokes back with bogeys, and this is for par. And remain at 2 under par.
Yeah, certainly not having the day she wished she could have, but all in all, not bad.
Our leader, Sunu Bae, on the 11th hole, par 5, getting ready for a third shot. That looks like an abbreviated swing here, Eddie.
Yeah, I think she was trying to accentuate the spin on that shot. Didn't want the ball to run away, but a little bit short. Still, an uphill birdie putt's never a bad thing.
Has been playing on the local tour for the last 8 years. Hee Jin Choi for long birdie putt going downhill. Distance control and the speed will be at a premium.
Right, there was the ridge. It's sinking downhill. All in all, good distance control, good putt.
And that was a very good result for Hee Jin Choi. And that's one of the reasons why she won the Player of the Year award, Order of Merit last year, and won 5 times on the KLPGA Tour of 2019. Take a look at the par 3 short 12th hole. Severe downhill, huge bunker on the right side. A small bunker lurking on the left side of the green.
Yeah, it certainly measures 153 meters, but from the elevation change, I think the players are going to be taking one less club.
And that pin position looks a lot more devilish than yesterday, where it was set right behind the right bunker on the ridge. And Hee Jin has had some issues with this particular hole. 1 over so far in the first 2 rounds.
Taking it very high, looking like it's going left. Should catch the green on the left-hand side.
Long distance to cover, and
yeah, she's going to have to really focus on that lag putting stroke here for this putt. Not something she's going to expect to knock in.
but Hee Jin having that tap-in birdie putt on the 11th hole to just get within a shot of the leader, Sunu Bae, and Sunu, overnight leader with 4 shots leader over a couple of the players, but that lead has dwindled to just a shot. And Jeongeun,
I think she's just thinking middle of the green here. Don't get too cute. Don't try to stick it. Just middle of the green. Line looks pretty good.
She's put on a really good swing.
Yeah.
Let's see where it ends up.
Pretty good.
And comes up a bit short, but still will have an uphill, bit of a side hill putt for a birdie. And Jeongeun hanging tough, just not letting anyone really get in their way, and Setting Hyun just quietly staying within these players, within a shot or 2. Currently 9 under par. Would have liked to get that birdie putt on the 11th hole.
Okay, she's setting up way right. Well, not way right, but a bit right, looking to draw the ball into this pin.
And this is one of the benefits of having that shot tracer. You can really learn a lot from this.
And looks like it's on line. Very good shot there. Just past pin high, but she'll have a good 20-foot look at birdie.
And I think she was probably expecting and hoping for that shot to draw a little bit to go toward the pin. All right, Eddie, set us up for this putt that she has faced here.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of an uphill putt. It's going to have a little bit of break from her left to right.
All right, Sanu, who's had 2 bogeys in the 9-hole play, and this ball going way by.
Yeah, I think she just powered it right through the break there. For some reason, it seems like the players seem to think that the greens are slowing down a bit.
And again, in our earlier telecast, we had mentioned that the pin positions are definitely accessible compared to the other 2 rounds. Jeongeun Lee 6. We find her at the 5th hole, par 3.
Yeah, short downhill par 3.
And that looks like almost the same position where Hee Jin Choi was for her tee shot on this hole. And she'll have a rather difficult birdie putt coming up. And Jeongeun Lee 6, she is one of the 3 top 10 world ranked players that were in the field. Sungyeon Park had a very disappointing results. Was not able to make it into the 3rd round play. Now this is leader Sun Woo-bae trying to get a par and just walk away.
Just a routine par putt here. I don't expect much from this. Oh.
Whoa, that's what you call a weekend golfer's all-around good putt.
That's right, all around good putt. She looks a little bit flabbergasted there, but thankful that it did fall. There's a smile. There it is. You know, it's interesting to see how all the full-time LPGA players in the United States have come back to Korea for this event, and none of them really found any rhythm. It's very interesting.
And I think the last time that they played in any of the major professional tournament was down in Australia, and they've not been able to really get the tour started. And this is why it's so remarkable how the KLPGA, working along with so many of the partners, the golf course, the broadcasters, and even the players and sponsors, to be able to put this tournament together and make this a reality. And that's why, despite having the gallery, still, this is just a really historical moment where this is the only professional golf tournament taking place anywhere in the world.
Yes, they were certainly first to act, and it was a huge endeavor for sure. And this looks pretty good.
This putt is just rolling by and speeding by the hole for Hee Jung Lim.
Oh, that's a solid 8-9 footer coming back for par. She's got a work cut out for her.
It's about the similar distance that she had where she did not make it for par to give a shot away on the 10th hole. Now Jeongeun Lee 6.
Just looking for good speed here just to get it close. Don't expect to make this one.
And let's see, she's been able to figure it out.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, just
And
races by the
just
hole.
races by. Now, if you notice that 6 on that ball, that's a huge 6. That symbolizes her name, Jeongeun Lee 6.
And for all the fans out there for Korean golf who don't understand the number 6, it simply refers to that she is the 6th person with that same name.
That have taken up membership on the KLPGA Tour, and Setting Hyun, hailing from the Jeju Island. Not much break here.
No, pretty makeable. That was a good effort. Should be a routine par.
And you can't complain about walking away with a par in this hole.
That's right.
You can give strokes away like Hyunju Yu did on this hole after a really good birdie putt on the 11th hole par 5. Now Jayam Kim 2 and Sun Woo-bae both waiting for this group to clear the greens. And Setting Hyun, this is for par.
Okay.
All right, good stroke.
Nice
I
par.
really like her stroke, and so far she is just really keeping her ship steady. 2 under par so far with no bogeys.
Yeah, she certainly has shown a lot of composure.
Now, Eddie, when you have a bit of a delay like we have here with our leaders, what are some of the things you have to do to maintain our composure?
Well, I think that'd be a great opportunity to take some time out and just stop and smell the roses. There's no need to think about your shot until it's time for you to actually play. So it's good to see the players actually interact with each other during that time.
So these players, do you watch the people that are putting on the green to maybe learn a little bit?
Well, you would think so, but from that distance, it's really hard to see. So rather than that, I think just taking the time out to take a breather and stop and smell the roses.
This might be the third time we've seen Hyun Park just missing anywhere. It's just she is completely off her alignment and speed on these putts. And what an opportunity that she is wasting here on the putting green. But still, despite all the issues that she's had, still 4 under par, only 2 shots out of the lead. And Hyun Ju, this is for par on a very treacherous par 4 13th hole.
Yeah, slippery down the hill. Ah.
And I believe she probably read it right, but just wasn't able to get the ball started on the right line. So back-to-back bogey. Now Hee Jin Lim trying to hold on to a sole second position.
That's right. This is a big putt. She needs to make this one.
And the leader, Sun Bae, on the tee box. No doubt she is watching it tentatively. And she makes it.
Great putt. Great putt. Now, those are the types of things the players back on the tee might be looking out for to see whether or not she makes that putt, to see her score. That's a great way to send a message back to the leaders.
Well, message she has sent indeed, and Jeongeun leads 6. Trying to save a par.
Okay.
And has done so to remain at level par for the tournament. Has given away a shot in this third round play. All right, finally, Jayam Kim 2, our final group, getting ready to play from the 12th hole par 3. At this final group, Sun Bae 13 under, Dobbin Ho, who turned in 6 under par yesterday at 8 under par, and Jayam Kim 2, co-leader with Sun Bae after the first round, 9 under par, has now gone back to another club.
Yeah, they were certainly discussing the wind conditions here as the wind's starting to swirl up a little bit higher elevations.
Jayam Kim 2. Need to get something going from here.
She's watching it. She's watching it intently.
Oh, and a good result there.
Yeah, it was a great shot.
And I think she'll have an excellent opportunity for birdie to go double-digit low number. And Hee Jin Lim got to be saying, I might be able to really get this thing going here. And that's exactly what she did yesterday. She reeled off a back-to-back-to-back birdie, beginning with the 13th hole and 13th and 14th. We have mentioned before some of the hardest holes that the ladies will have to be facing on the Lakewood Country Club.
Yeah, she certainly has those holes in memory from yesterday. See if she can get that momentum going.
And that she has, hitting a good tee shot.
Good drive, straight down the
Finds
middle.
Right down the middle, splits the middle of the fairway.
Sometimes that's just what it takes, a memory of a previous shot from the day before to get things rolling. Hopefully she can get that momentum started.
All right, Hyun Park need to shake off that rather mediocre birdie putt attempt on the 12th hole. Currently in sole third position.
Okay.
And that might find... Oh, it hits the rake.
Saved by the rake.
Saved by the rake, and that is one of the fortunate things that has happened to Hyun Park. It could potentially turn her game around. And this is Sunwoo Bae, 6-iron. Oh, just goes over the right side bunker, and not sure whether she'll have a bit of an issue putting toward the hole. All right, we're back to Hee Jin Choi, the defending champion.
She's looking way right on this putt. Expect this to move right to left up the hill.
Hee Jin, winning 5 times last year. Really had a absolutely remarkable year on the KLPGA Tour. Has birdie each of the last 2 rounds. Oh,
Just slips out.
and she was that close to going back to back to back birdie on the 6th hole in this tournament. And she'll remain at 5 under par, 3 under par for the day. And this is Jeongeun. Love to walk away with a birdie to get back on the right track.
Got that abbreviated follow through once again. Not sure if that's a swing technique or if that's just a shot she's playing, but good distance, pin high, a little bit left.
And was able to get that ball up on the top ridge.
Indeed.
All right, Jayam Kim playing alongside with Jeongeun. Now, if you notice, the caddies are wearing masks. Players have an option to wear a mask during the play, but Jeongeun has elected to wear a mask and sunglasses to protect herself. As birdie both of the days, the first and second day, and this ball
Needs to
will
get up.
come up the ridge, and we'll have a good opportunity for a birdie.
Yeah, barely just stays up there on the second tier. She'll have a good look at birdie from there.
And still has not been able to locate her ball to see whether she has gone up the hill and on the top ridge. And the score of Jeongeun,
And
2
again,
birdies with 4 bogeys to go along with it.
And again, looking at her scorecard, I think those bogeys are purely from her putting issues. It's the only thing holding her back from really getting into that elite level on the KLPGA and from attempting the transition to the LPGA Tour.
Well, yesterday she turned in a clean card of 66, 6 under par with absolutely no bogeys.
That's right. She can get it going, but her putting seems to be coming in just short spurts. Hopefully she can get it together and make it fire on all cylinders all the time.
Well, putting is one area that this lady has absolutely no problem with. And look at her putting average is 1.50.
Yeah, tied for 4th this week in putting stats. It's not a bad thing, never a bad thing.
And that's how you go up in the 2nd place all alone. Now you look at some of the clouds looking ahead. Not sure whether we might have some rain coming down, but
Oh, that's a good thing that bunker's not affecting her stance too much. I was afraid that she might have 1 foot in the bunker, 1 foot out of the bunker. That makes it increases the difficulty by exponential.
well, this hole, difficult as is, would have added some additional difficulty for her to hit that 2nd shot, but Hee Jin Lim, she will be the first one to go from this group.
Okay, from the middle of the fairway, I can't imagine she's not thinking anything but the pin.
And a beautiful swing that she has put on, just
She's
posing.
Yeah, another
and you
great shot.
knew that she had hit a good shot after seeing her posing that finish.
That's right. That pose looked like the figure on top of a trophy.
And right there, if she makes that birdie putt, she will go into tie with the overnight leader, Sunu Bae, who is currently a hole behind on the 12th hole, par 3. And speaking of Sunu Bae, our leader, she is now looking at a birdie putt, not wasting any time.
Okay, and that's what you want to do from that distance. Just lag it up there, 2 to 3 feet. Get your par and get out.
It's one of the things that we have noticed from today compared to yesterday, that Sunu, even when she's missing, she was just in danger of holding everything. And when she missed, she was only missing by an inch or two to the left or right, but never was short of the putt. All right, Hyun Park
She's
trying to stay with Hee Jung Lim. All right, this ball hits. Oh, it comes up woefully short.
Yeah, a little bit short. I don't blame that. That was a very difficult stance. Teetering there on the edge of the bunker.
Never looked comfortable standing over that ball.
That's right.
And this is Jeongeun Oh on a par 5 15. Slightly downhill birdie putt. Oh, and does it nicely. 7 under par. And 4 under par for the day. And just creeping up on the leaderboard. 18th hole, par 4. We've seen a lot of birdies on this hole yesterday. This Hyun Lee with a tee shot pulled way to the left. And that's where she's at, getting ready for that second shot.
Yeah, second shot from the rough. It's all carry from there. You got to get the distance right. Not bad.
And we see another ball sitting next to the hole. Almost might have gone in. Have to figure out whose ball that is. All right, leader Sunu Bae. This is for par. Just need to clean it up. Walk away with a par on this 12th hole, par 3.
Okay.
And still leading by a shot. So when she started, she had a 4-shot lead. That has dwindled down to only a shot. Jayam Kim. And all of a sudden found her putting stroke. Good speed. Has she done it?
Oh, no.
She just did not hit it hard enough.
Yeah, that's right. Jump. You'll have about 10 seconds. You can wait 10 seconds. Ah.
All right, 1 under par for the day and 5 under for the tournament. Now Hyun Park. So what's Hyun Park faced here, Eddie?
Yeah, about a 20-meter approach shot. She's going to take it high, land it soft. Just like that.
And it keeps on going. Oh, and a beautiful touch. Almost went in. That'll be a tap-in par. I know that Hyun would be very happy with the par to remain at 11 under par and still 2 shots out of the lead. And Hee Jung Lim looking for an uphill birdie putt and hoping to join Sunu Bae, who has not given up her lead since the start of the tournament. And Hyun Park, who finished 9 times in the top 10 last year, had a very good season last year, but still disappointed with that result. And this is Hyun Lee for a birdie. go 7 under.
All in all, really good putt.
Good distance control. And realistically speaking, I don't think that really was an opportunity to be aggressive. So Hyun, 2 pairs of 69 3 under yesterday, a level par, 6 under par, and that's a good score for Hyun. Now this is Hyun Yu for the birdie on the 14th, very difficult hole.
She's got the touch here. Okay, that's good to see she's got her distance control in order.
And still not able to pull that trigger and hit it hard enough to get that ball into the hole. And Hyun 2 over par for the day after shooting 66 yesterday. All right, setting Hyun. This is an opportunity to shave off a stroke and would love to get a birdie to go double-digit group.
Yeah, making a birdie on this hole, you gain a stroke on the entire field. Not many birdies on this hole.
And that is beautiful birdie putt for Setting Hyun.
Yes.
The rookie from Jeju Island gets the first birdie on the back 9 and 3rd birdie of the day. So she moves up to number 4 position. And Dobbin Ho on the 16th, about 100 yards, second shot.
Oh, wonderful shot.
And you know that player of her caliber will be starting to fire at all cylinders, and Jihyun, although the score is still at 7 under par, she's looking really good to go 8 under par and hoping to make some moves as she continues her great form in the 3rd round action. But now Hee Jung Lim, this will be for birdie to join the current leader Sunwoo Bae at 13 under par.
Yeah, very straightforward putt here. Putter of her caliber, I expect this to go in.
Oh, was there any doubt?
No doubt, that went in the center of the cup.
7 birdies with the bogey on the 10th hole, 6 under par, and yesterday she turned in 7 under par, and that's where she's at, 13 under par. So now we have co-leader Sunwoo Bae and Hee Jung Lim and Hee Jin Choi on a par 5 7th hole. This hole has yielded a lot of birdies as well as a couple eagles. And I know that Hee Jin Choi also has some good memory from this hole in the first round.
That's right.
She got on in 2 and putted in for an eagle. But since then, she just wasn't able to get anything going. So many birdie opportunities, but just wasn't able to get that ball on the line that she needed. All right, Jeongeun Lee 6, another short birdie opportunity. A lot of pride on the line for a player like Jeongeun Lee 6 and Jayam Kim. Eddie?
That's right. It's certainly playing on the LPGA Tour in the United States and winning some big tournaments there. They really need to represent their championship ways.
I started off with a couple bogeys in the 10th and 11th, but comes back and fighting hard to get that putting stroke. That touch and the putting stroke has absolutely been no problem for this lady, Hee Jung Lim.
And a great strike that was, holding that finish.
And yesterday,
Slightly off left.
even under rather inclement weather condition, Hee Jung Lim started with a 13th hole birdie, found another birdie on the 14th as well as the 15th. And before you knew it, she has 7 under par, which was the best score of the second round, along with their leader, Sunu Bae. And they are now tied for first place at 13 under par. Set in. 1 over so far in the first 2 rounds. In total, they're at the 14th hole.
Taking that wide stance. Yeah, she's looking to rip this one.
How do you like her swing there?
Oh, it's a very classic golf swing. I think her fundamentals are very sound. She's got a great grip. She really maintains her spine angle through the shot as hard as she swings. And for such a little posture, she's not a very tall player, but she generates a lot of club head speed. Very impressive.
Hyun Park very happy to walk away with a par on the 13th hole after coming up very short on that second shot. Great chip shot to save a par.
Looking a little left, but ends up okay. Left side of the fairway.
Now Hyun Park still, when you think about that, she's missed so many birdie opportunities, but yet she is still 4 under for the day.
Isn't that amazing?
All right, Sunu Bae. Second shot on the 13th hole. About 140 yards. Oh, wow.
Good result.
And
yeah.
I have to say that Sunu has improved so much in all areas of her game.
I would have to agree with that. Now, this particular hole is, the pin placement is in the easiest spot that it could be, down in the bottom of the bowl on the front of the green. So anywhere past the hole, it's going to tend to roll back down towards the pin. She certainly took advantage of that.
Although the driving accuracy has gone down a bit compared to yesterday, greens in regulation is a very respectable, and putting average yesterday, I believe it was less than 1.3.
That's correct. It was 1.29 yesterday. She had quite a few one putts. Not as many today, but still, I think she's playing very well.
All right, Jeongeun with the 16th hole. Another birdie opportunity after dropping a birdie on the 15th par 5. This will go 8 under par for the tournament. And she has done that nicely. Finding the right side of the hole. Going back-to-back birdie. And now she's on 5 under par for the day with no bogeys.
Yeah, very clean scorecard. She's playing very well.
And that putt looked like it might be just licking out to the right side, but somehow stayed with it and was able to sneak it in. And Hee Jin Lim and the group waiting for that green to clear up. And this shot definitely gives a good perspective that how far they need to hit, and also the elevation that they're faced with.
That's right. This is one of the holes where the tee shot is above the fairway, and then as you walk to the fairway, walking up to the green, it's slightly uphill.
All right, group ahead of them has now cleared out the green. So Hee Jin Lim and Hyun Park, they're getting ready for their shot. Hee Jin Lim quietly climbed up to the top of the leaderboard and is now sitting at a top spot with Sunu Bae. Sunu not having kind of the success that she had yesterday where she shot 7 under, but Hyun Park, she needs to stay with this group, not allow them to run away too much if she wants to win this tournament.
Looks like her ball's just on the edge of the fairway and rough there. Hope that doesn't interfere with the impact.
Looks like she has a bit of a hybrid club in her hand.
Certainly does look like a long club.
And May have pulled a little bit. That she had enough.
Okay.
And ball will roll back. Wasn't able to get that ball on the top.
Onto the back shelf there. Yes, that's going to be a long putt coming from the front of the green.
And Jeongeun just need to stay patient. 13, 14. These 2 holes are some of the more difficult holes for the players to negotiate. Now this is Hee Jin Tae
With an iron,
with an iron, looks like. And we mentioned over and over again that this is her strength of the game. Oh, and look at this.
Oh,
Another
what a shot.
opportunity. And now she is looking to break away from the tie for the lead with Sunwoo Bae and looking to occupy that top of the leaderboard all by herself. And she's looking really good with a birdie opportunity here at the 14th hole.
Especially on these difficult holes, for her to turn it on like that, she's really gaining strokes on the entire field by this type of play. Fun to watch.
But what I'm really most interested and impressed with the setting Hyun is that she's not letting any of that bother her, staying within her game. And look at this shot here.
This is looking good. Oh,
and this is looking
matches her.
very, very good, even though has just gone by the hole, but still.
Oh, those are going to be 2 very, very good looks at birdies.
And setting Hyun showing that rookie confidence. This is one of the reasons why a lot of media and experts have said that she will have a long-lasting, successful career on the KLPGA Tour.
Oh, nice putt.
And a
from
great
Hee Jin.
career Hee Jin Choi has had. Another birdie. So 6 under par, moves into the top 20.
That's right. I think anybody within the top 20, within 5 shots of the lead, have a legitimate chance tomorrow.
All right, Hee Jin Tae tied for first with Sunwoo Bae at 13 under par, and behind them is Hyun Park, 2 shots out of the lead. Exciting action going on here at the Lakewood Country Club. We'll be back after these messages. All right, we're back to Lakewood Country Club where the round 3 action is continuing here at the KLPGA Championship. And Jeongeun Park faced with a long birdie putt coming up the ridge and has
Speed
done
is
a
good.
very good job there. Good speed control.
Yeah, great speed control there. That was a very difficult undulating putt coming over a ridge.
And this is one of the reasons why she is in the top 5 position at the KLPGA Championship. Still looking for the first win of her career.
Which she shouldn't have to wait for very long.
All right, co-leader, Sunu Bae. A bit unfamiliar turns, co-leader. But Hee Jung Lim has caught fire today once again. 7 birdies with a bogey. Downhill
Good-looking
putt.
putt.
Has she hit it hard enough?
Ah,
And just comes up short.
right.
And one of the things that she has done so well today is to really find the right line, but just not being able to really hit it hard enough to drop that ball in the hole.
That's right. Never up, never in.
And Jayam Kim too. Now she wants to send a message to these other players, Hee Jung Lim and Sunu Bae, that she is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Still not out of it.
Oh, she's certainly right in the mix. If she has finishes up this round solidly and has a good round tomorrow, she'll be right there.
To give herself a chance, oh, this is unfortunate that she's now faced with a bogey putt. But still, she's got to clean this up for a bogey. And looking forward to the 14th and 15th hole. Oh, this is so unfortunate.
Right, unfortunate
And that
turn.
putt right there may have taken her out of the opportunity to contend for the title. This is setting Hyun the birdie opportunity to go 11 under par.
Yeah, left to right, down the hill.
And just slides by the left edge. But I really like the way that she is putting it so confidently, Eddie.
Yeah, she's a very confident stroke. Very confident all around her entire game, and I like the fact that she's always smiling. It says a lot about a person's composure on the course.
Very disappointed double bogey for Jayam Kim too.
Yes, I kind of wonder what happened with that second shot.
Had a 5 birdie, 5 under par in the first round, 3 under yesterday to get within 4 shots of the lead, but now has really gone backward in this moving day. But Hee Jung Lim, birdie putt, and just pulls it a little left. Still got a little work left for that par putt.
Yeah, about 3 feet left to finish up for her par.
All right, Hee Jin Choi, the defending champion of the KLPGA Championship from last year. Just for birdie on the 8th hole to go 7 under for the tournament. Desperately trying to get back into the tournament, and she has done that.
What a putt.
Another birdie.
Yeah, look at that. One more birdie added to the card there. Slowly inching her way up to the top of the leaderboard. What a putt.
Hee Jin Choi winning 5 times last year and is now 500 today with no bogeys. Hee Jung Lim just wanted to walk away with a par. Oh, and has done that nicely. And yesterday in the second round telecast, as she was inching up toward the leaderboard, we had mentioned a number of times, Eddie, that look out for this lady.
That's right, Mi Jung-gong. She's don't count her out.
And don't count her out. Long birdie putt coming downhill, but this will put her in a 9 under par category.
Looks
and
good.
she has done that right here.
Wow.
Beautiful birdie putt from downtown. And for her, that's 6 birdie with just a bogey. a slight blemish in her record for the third round action. So she has also served her notice to the leaders. And this is for par.
So disappointing and unfortunate that we don't have the big crowds out there screaming and yelling after all these bombs are being made all over the course.
Well, I think the players are even having some issues with that too. That they know that some of the birdie putts or eagle shots would definitely get the fans going.
Yes, indeed.
And these 3 holes, we're calling them the history holes. The 15th hole, par 5. This will be the last, the history holes, the Lakewood Country Club. About 550 yards, meanders from right to left, and then a bit of an island green sitting beyond the water hazard.
Yeah, the landing zone there is quite short of the bunker. I don't think that bunker is really coming into play for most of these players. The layup is what's critical here. That third shot, I think the water takes a 2-shot on green out of play, but this layup here is very crucial.
And I don't think at the caliber of the players that we have here in the field that any of the players are really worried about putting the ball in the hazard, except for one player that yesterday, she put one in the water hazard and ended up with a double bogey. But in the last 2.5 days that we've been bringing this tournament to you, that we've not seen any players putting the ball in the water hazard. So the hazard really doesn't come into play.
That's right.
But I think the second shot to set up that third shot really is critical.
That's right.
Our co-leader, Hee Jin Tae, won 3 times last year, but despite 3 wins, still wasn't able to win that Rookie of the Year award over Hyun Choi.
And really steps on that swing. What a balanced finish. Very powerful swing for such a small frame.
And when things are going good, that really puts some confidence to your swing. And look at that beautiful smile out of Hee Jin Tae.
That's good to see.
And she should be smiling with the current share of the lead. All right, Hyun Park. Just need to get that ball somewhere in the fairway or in the rough side.
Yeah, that was a pretty good drive there on the right-hand side. That should set up her second shot quite nicely.
And Hyun Park has improved her game quite a bit and has worked very hard over the winter months. And setting Hyun. Keep an eye on her drive. She could really hit that ball out there.
Yes, her swing is a very efficient swing. I think she creates her distance from the efficiency in her swing. Very few unnecessary motions.
So if anybody's trying to emulate a swing, this is one swing along with Hee Jin Tae's swing you want to keep an eye on.
Yes, that's right. This is a very, very good swing to emulate. Nice wide stance.
Setting Hyun, still only 3 shots out of the leader.
Looks like it might be heading a little bit right.
Yeah, even though it's gone right side of the fairway. And in the rough doesn't really bother the players.
No, not at all.
All right, Sunwoo Bae on the 14th hole. Second shot. Has she been able to
Needs to
get
get
on
up.
the top shelf? That ball might be running out of steam, and it's rolling back, unfortunately, for Sunwoo.
Yeah, that's too bad. That was not that bad of a shot. It should have had enough energy to roll up that hill.
So after having so much success in the first and second round, she is putting up just a little bit today. This is Jeongeun Lee 6. This is for birdie on the 7th hole. Oh,
Very
done
nice.
nicely, thank you.
Very nice.
Drops it in for a back-to-back birdie. And she goes 1 under par for the day after starting her day with the back-to-back bogey. Now, in this 17th hole, we did have a hole-in-one. Choi Kim getting a hole-in-one and is now proud winner, owner of the K9 sedan.
This one looks pretty good too.
This one looks very good.
Very nice shot
And
there.
the pin seems to be quite excessive. Oh, and the ball's rolling toward the hole.
Another one of those bold shaped greens in the front for the front pin position.
And Mi Jung Kong, Hyun Yu trying to get some shots back that she has given up. Oh, and this is nice. Look at that beautiful spin control there.
That was good. Pin high, just 10 feet, 10, 15 feet. She has no problems with ball striking, as I said before. I think she really needs to get her putting game in order.
All right, Hyun Park has elected to go with an iron for her second shot. Very crisp sound, the impact. And Hyun, her father, is the one who's currently on the back for Hyun Park. And I know many years ago, and even nowadays, there are a lot of caddies that were family members. We're seeing a few of the Korean PGA men's members also carrying the bag for the ladies.
Yes, I've noticed a trend in a lot of former players and existing players when they don't have tournaments working with some of the girls on the women's tour. Very common. There's also quite a few foreign caddies living in Korea coming over caddying for the Korean players as well.
Well, the KLPGA Tour, hosting at least 30 to 35 tournaments a year, is now starting to become quite lucrative for the caddies.
I'm sure
for an
it must
opportunity
be.
to really create a nice opportunity. And setting Hyun using an iron to lay up, but should not be any issue.
Yes, the distance there, she's most likely be hitting a lower lofted wedge for that third shot, so being in the rough isn't going to affect the shot too much.
All right, Sun Bay. Eddie, she has a long birdie putt coming up here.
Yeah, it's pretty critical putt here. Needs to get it close. Don't want to lose a stroke here.
And one of the issues that she's had is the distance control, not the direction. And once again, she's having some issues with that distance control. She's faced with at least potentially 6-7 footer to save a par with a bit of a break coming up.
Yeah, it's a big right to left break, about 7-8 feet. Yeah, absolutely. That's a tester.
All right, Hee Jin Choi would love to walk away with a birdie. And go 8 under par to at least currently within 5 shots of the leader.
Okay.
All right, nicely done.
Very nicely done.
And knows that when her game is on fire, she could shoot at least 7-8 under par. All right, Mi Jung Kong looking at another birdie opportunity on the 17th hole.
All right, little left to right down hitter. Just get the right speed.
Speed control is a premium, and has she hit it?
Oh. Needed about an inch or two more break. That was a very tentative stroke, as if she just almost pushed the ball down the slope.
16th hole, Hee Kim playing alongside with Hyun Yu. Downhill putt and looking really good. And just heart of the hole and gets another birdie. So 3 birdies and a bogey at the third round action. Hyo-ju, 6 under par. Hyun Cho, this may be the first time we've seen her today.
That's right. A nice opportunity for birdie. She's one of those players that employs a great putt, employs a foreign caddy. I believe it's Shane Comer that's on her bag this week. Very popular caddy, very sought after.
And all pars in the front 9, but 2 birdies in the back 9. And Hyun Cho got to be saying to herself, what really happened in that front 9 today? All right, Hyun Ju-yu.
She needs this.
She needs this and just curls it in for birdie.
Finally stops the bleeding. 2 bogeys in a row.
And she must be saying that, well, yesterday this game wasn't that difficult. Today it's given her a lot of trouble. Jeongeun leads 6. After getting a birdie in the previous hole. And I'm seeing about a left to right putt here, Eddie.
I think so. She's got some distance here, so more than the line, I think getting the speed right is going to be more important.
All right, Jeongeun leads 6 for birdie.
A very deliberate stroke.
And has
Speed
she hit it hard enough to keep that line?
Just a little bit long, but all in all, I think that shouldn't be too much of a problem.
And she'll have that to save a par. Remain at under par for the tournament. And Lan Hong, we've not seen too much of her since the second round action. Oh, and done nicely. Must have hit it really close. So after giving a shot on the 16th, has gotten that shot back. All right, Hee Jin Choi. Let's not count her out. Still has an outside chance with this birdie going into the final round. Trying to go 8 under par. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh.
That's unfortunate. That was very well struck putt. It was good speed. Just didn't drop.
Just would have loved to have walked away with a birdie in the last hole. So 67, the best score that she has had so far in the KLPGA Championship, the defending champion. So tomorrow she needs to really get busy from the beginning. And Jeongeun leads 6. This is for par. To remain at under par. Oh! Eddie, I am just so amazed how so many of the players from the beginning of the first round all the way through third round that some of those short putts have been missed. I don't think I've seen this many short putts being missed in a tournament.
Like the tournament operators, wow, that was another example of just
that did not seem like a really good stroke. The kind of stroke that we would expect out of Sun-woo. So now, after finishing that bogey putt, she will drop out of the first place for the first time since the first round.
Well, they did say that the green conditions were going to be the fastest they've been all week, and it certainly shows with the tentative motions of these players.
And with the day continuing on, the greens have dried up quite a bit, and as a result has also gone quite fast and saves that for a bogey. So that's the third bogey of the day to go along with 3 birdies. So level par for the tournament, so it goes right back to the score that she had overnight, 13 under.
That's right. You don't want to be shooting even par on moving day. That's unfortunate.
All right, setting Hyun will be the first one to go. Laying up with her iron.
Yeah, it looks like she has maybe a 56 or 60-degree wedge in her hands.
I just like the way that she is just slowing things down, taking some time and taking a couple practice swings, getting a good look. Really uncharacteristic of a rookie. Again,
That's good to see. She resets, starts her routine over again, and sticks to that routine. That's a mark of a good player.
Greens in regulation, almost 80%.
Takes it in very low. Looking for that spin.
And got the spin and getting the bit of a ball rolling toward the hole using that slope.
That's right. Great play. Very nice.
And I have to say that she did a very good job just composing herself. Now Hyun Park, 11 under par for the tournament. Would love to get a birdie right here. Or maybe an eagle. Oh, and goes right at the hole and leaves about a 5.5 footer for a birdie opportunity.
Yes,
Go
that was
12 under par.
That's right. That was well executed shot.
And our leader, Hee Jin Tae.
Yeah, I expect this to be pretty close as well. She's going to take dead aim.
And 13 under par. Now the leader, with about 95 yards to the hole.
Oh, very crisp sounding wedge shot there.
Has to put a lot of spin on it, and
Yes.
she has.
And is it going to trickle? Is it going
And
to trickle?
it started to go down toward the hole and still moving. And we'll have that to move 2 shots ahead of Sunwoo Bae, the overnight leader, and Ji-hyun Oh now here at the 18th hole. She also would like to walk away with the birdie on the 9th hole, 18th hole here to go 9 under par for the tournament.
Good speed.
And we've seen a lot of putts today on the 18th hole, missing to the right side. So another 67 turned in. We saw Hee Jin Choi also turning in 67.
Yeah, solid round, followed by a 67 by 68. Those are 2 solid days of play.
Oh Ji-hyun, another excellent player coming out of the KLPGA Tour. Now this is Jayam Kim with the pitching wedge. So smooth.
Okay, not bad. Didn't come off the backstop there that she would have hoped.
And with her caliber of golf that we would have expected to be a little closer to the hole.
Certainly from that distance, yes.
All right, Hyunju Yu got to be feeling pretty good after getting that much needed birdie to get a shot back. 66 yesterday to go along with the 74 in the first round. Hyunju lost her card last year, made it back on the regular tour. Very popular. And another pitching wedge from Hyunju. Oh, nicely done.
Yes.
And she'll have that for an excellent birdie putt opportunity.
Yes, indeed. That's was a good play. Good club selection.
All right, Se-rin Hyun going first for the birdie opportunity, and it appears that it might be going downhill a little bit.
Yes, more importantly, she's going to give a lot of information.
To our leader, Hee Jin Tae.
That's right. She's looking a little bit right. This is right to left, down the hill. Very tentative. It's got to hold its line.
And it has!
Yes, what a great
right
putt.
down the heart of the hole, and she is now tied Hyun Park, and that's 4 birdies with no bogeys in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
What an impressive performance by the rookie Hyun Se-rin.
And she was very quick to come see how that ball was rolling as it was getting closer to the hole. So I expect Hee Jung to have a very good chance at making this.
Now this is an opportunity to go 2 shots clear of Sunwoo Bae.
It's going to break about a ball to the right. That's
And
good
has
speed.
she hit it hard enough?
Yes, she
and
did.
she has snuck it into right edge, and now goes up 2 shots ahead of Sunwoo. And that will be the 8th birdie of the day with a lone bogey on the 10th hole.
What a round she has going today. That was excellent.
It's just been an absolute treat for us to witness all the birdies that she has poured in since yesterday. And so far, we've seen 15 birdies out of her in just 2 days, and we still have a few holes left. All right, Hyun Park.
Nice.
And if you can do that, I can do that too. So 3 birdies out of this group, and 5 birdies with no bogeys for today. And Jeongeun has also let people know that, look, I am ready to win my first tournament of my career as well as a major at 12 under par. Second shot for Jeongeun Lee 6. Got a good, solid contact. Some spin there too, Eddie.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Just past pin high. I think she'll have a good look at birdie from there.
All right, Jeongeun Lee 6, along with Jayam Kim and Sunghyun Park, were the 3 players from the LPGA rank. Were ranked the highest ranked players in the field, but have struggled mightily. And Hyun Kim
Needs to break.
Has she hit it hard enough?
Ah.
Well, with a lot of body English from Hyun Kim, as well, she's not had a great score, but she is having a lot of fun. And 2 under par for the day.
The way she walks and her personality is so lackadaisical. It's hard to tell if she's excited or if she's sad.
All right, Sunwoo, 2 shots out of the lead now.
Got to stick
Giving
this one.
away all the strokes, and oh my.
Okay.
Ball comes up nicely, pin high. All right, Hyun trying to go back-to-back birdie. And I think she's done it.
Yes, great
Very
putt.
nice. So back-to-back birdie, 4 birdies with 4 bogeys. And now she's back to the score that she started.
Very streaky player she is.
All right, here's our leader by 2, Hee Jin Tae, 14 under.
It's holding her finish. She must like it.
Well, that got
Well,
a little bit
left.
closer to the water hazard than she would have liked. But still, on the 16th hole, she is just keeping a really good composure. By setting Hyun, only 3 shots out of the lead. So we have a round 3 action with lots of birdies today, as we had expected.
Yes, and another good drive there. Right side of the fairway. Have a good look into the green from there.
It just seems like setting Hyun, only 1 year. This is her rookie year, and Hee Jin Tae made her debut at the end of 2018. So between these 2 players, we only have 3 years of professional career.
Yeah, young guns they are for sure. It's exciting to see. It's a bright future for the KLPGA.
Now, we saw the graphic. Hyun Park has birdied both of the first and second round. And even though she may have not liked that tee shot, but still giving herself a good opportunity to set herself up for a second shot. And what a day we're having here, Eddie.
Yes, this is pretty exciting. It's just a birdie fest from the very beginning.
And as advertised, this is the round 3 action, the moving day, and Mi Jung Kong, 9 under par, the 18th hole. Could she potentially drop this long birdie putt to go double digit under par? and she's come up short. And that's a lot shorter. Not sure what happened on that one.
Yeah, just difficult to gauge the total distance there, going up the ridge and then down the other side.
All right, Jeongeun Lee 6. Last hole for her as she teed off from the 10th hole, and
That was just right all the way.
the moment she hit it, she knew she had missed it. All right, walks away with a 72. And thought that she was going to really make some move today, but very disappointed. I'm sure no one would be disappointed more than Jeongeun Lee 6 today.
Okay, this is going to be an important putt.
Absolutely. Birdie putt for overnight leader Sun Woo-bae.
Yeah, that was right all the way. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be paired in the final round tomorrow. I think if she made that putt, that would have almost guaranteed her that final round spot.
All right, Mi Jung Kong to try to clean up for a par to remain at 9 under par and 5 shots out of the lead.
Very nicely
Well
done.
done. Nicely done, playing along with Hyun Cho. After a pair of 2 under par in the first, second round. Great tournament result. At 9 under par with the 5 under par in the third round, a moving day has moved up all the way up to the top 15. So now, after chasing Sun Woo-bae, Hee Jin Tae all of a sudden leads 2 shots over Sun Woo. When you have a lead like this after chasing the leader for so long, Eddie, what are some of the things you have to really do to compose yourself?
Oh, you just got to keep doing what you've been doing. Don't change your game plan. Don't look at the leaderboard. Just do what you've been doing to get you into that spot in the first place.
And it looks like she may have thought that the second shot coming out of the rough might have caught a flyer, but comes out quite a bit short. Smiling a little bit, but Hyun Park has about 110 yards uphill. And this is the second shot.
Looking right at the pin.
Looking right at the pin that she has. And has another golden opportunity to get within a shot of our leader and her playing partner, Hee Jin Tae. And rookie setting Hyun. Downwind.
Yeah, wind is not much of a factor here. She might have juiced it out of that lie. Yeah, a little bit long, but that's okay. It's going to trickle back a little bit. She'll still be looking at birdie.
Yeah, adrenaline might be pumping a little bit. Might have a little trouble controlling that shot, but now Sun Woo-bae missing an opportunity to get within a shot of our leader, Hee Jin Tae.
Okay, never a doubt.
All right, Jayam Kim too, who really had a lot of air taken out of her after a double bogey on the 14th hole. And this is Hyun Cho with the birdie. She must have stuck that ball so closely that might have gone almost in the hole. And a beautiful birdie putt.
Yes.
7 under, 3 under par for the day. And very much within the top 15.
Yeah, what a great way. And there's a good shot of Shane Comer there on the bag. That's probably her 15th club, having a good caddy like that. Great way to finish the round with a birdie.
All right. We'll have a chance to see Hee Jin Tae's skill for a little chip shot.
I expect this to be close.
And that is just a beautiful touch.
Yes, it is. I wouldn't have been surprised if she tried to make that.
Such a stoic personality. At times she will flash her smile, but Hee Jung Lim, 7 under for the day and has taken the lead over Sunwoo Bae by 2 shots. And this is Jayam Kim at the 18th hole. Currently 6 under par for the day for the tournament. About 112 yards.
Taking it in very low. It's got a release.
And didn't release as much. Perhaps she was trying to put a little more spin to control that distance. And setting Hyun. This is for birdie. All right, downhill.
It's a little quick.
A little bit quick there.
Yeah.
And got a sizable par putt coming back. But the fortunate part is that she's going to be going up the hill.
Up the hill with not much break, so shouldn't be too much of a problem.
All right, Hyun Ju from the fairway bunker. Second shot. What a good contact. Oh, and a nice shot there.
Wow. Excellent shot there from the bunker. I was afraid that that lip was going to affect her shot a little bit, but apparently not.
And that should put a little bit of smile on her face. And after struggling quite a bit to try to level up her score for today, this will be a nice way to finish the hole with a birdie on the last hole. Now Hyun Park with a birdie. Good opportunity to get 13 under with a shot out of Hee Jung Lim. And she has not done it. You cannot come any closer than that of not dropping that putt.
That's right. How do you hit the hole and the ball not go in? That's amazing. That's a little bit of a bad luck, but
that might have been probably the best stroke that she has put on outside of the birdie that she had on the 15th hole. All right, par 4, 16. Sunwoo Bae needs to group together. Regroup. Oh, and
her swing relies so much on timing that when that timing is lost a little bit, that's going to be her miss out to the right. But all in all, not bad.
Certainly wasn't happy with her swing and the result, but where the ball ended up is much better than she had originally thought to be. The Lakewood Country Club fairways are quite generous, but
she needs this.
And Setting needs to get a par and has done it.
Very nice.
Nicely done, Setting.
Yeah, very, very nice. That's very solid. Shows a lot of nerves. How solid she is there.
And this should be just a simple par putt to clean it up for Hee Jung Lim, our leader by 2 over overnight leader Sunwoo Bae. And nicely done.
Very nicely done.
And
maintains
they'll move
that
on to the par 3 17th hole. And speaking of 17th hole, we'll look at the 17th hole again, a short par 3, Eddie.
Very short, slightly downhill. A very easy pin placement today in the front center of the green in that bowl. So I think the players are just trying to get the distance to the front edge of the green, carry it to the front edge, and just let the slope do its thing.
And we've seen quite a few players select to go with the pitching wedge. Now, with the green running away from the left side and toward the rough area, let's see what Hee Jung Lim will decide to go with.
Okay, that looks like a very good line.
And
you want to
good
be
line it is. Oh, and a
Very good
nice
shot.
And look at that, ball still rolling back. Would that be the indication that the ball might be, she's faced with a downhill putt, Eddie?
It will be a little bit downhill, but I think where the pin is completely at the bottom of that bowl, so it's pretty flat down there. So the idea is to carry it to the front of the green or carry it 5 meters past the pin and try to get that slope to bring the ball back to the hole.
Now, we saw the stat that there was also a hole-in-one today on this hole, but
yes,
unfortunately, it was Choi Kim who got the first hole-in-one to become the proud owner of that K9 beautiful sedan.
Right, congratulations to her. If you're going to do it, this is the best day to do it. I think that the probability of a hole-in-one today is the highest.
All right, setting Hyun. Also a pitching wedge in her hand.
Nice tempo, good balance. And it is looking very good. It should roll back.
And just a little bit longer.
Come on, it needs to get over that. Oh no.
And that will stay up there and set in.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Disappointed.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I should have rolled back.
So sometimes when the distance is not all that long, doesn't mean that it's going to yield a lot of low scores.
That's right.
All right, Hyun Park. Almost getting robbed of that birdie putt on the 16th hole. And has elected to go to the right side of the green and rolling toward the hole and pin high. And that's a good shot there for Hyun.
Yes, very, very good shot. Nicely played.
And all three players with a similar ball flight to height. And set in. She's not so happy with the result that she's gotten, but her putting has been very good. We'll go back to 16 Sunwoo Bay with the second shot. Got to make sure that she stays close to Hee Jin Tae, who's currently leading by 2 and has done quite similar to what Hee Jin Tae did. Comes out well short. Will have a delicate chip shot, but with her caliber play, should be really good to save a par.
Yes.
Once again, Hee Jin Tae all alone at top of the leaderboard after shooting 7 under through 16th hole at 14 under par, and Hyun Park sharing the second place with Sunwoo Bay. And we'll be back after these messages to Lakewood Country Club. And we're back to Lakewood Country Club. Mike came along with Eddie Bay, and we're bringing you live action from the Lakewood Country Club for the 42nd KLPGA Championship, and we're now heading toward the final two holes of the KLPGA Championship action. And Hee Jin Tae is all alone at top at 14 under par, currently 7 under for today with 8 birdies, and go along with a lone bogey.
Yeah, a lot of players going really low today, and she's certainly one of them.
All right, let's go to the 18th hole, and we find Jayam Kim.
Putting uphill for birdie. Let's see if she can get this last one to drop.
And with the birdie, she'll go 7 under.
Online.
And online, and just slides by. And we have seen a lot of putts being missed to the right side of that hole.
Yeah, especially from her. She's been just threatening the hole all day. Unfortunately, none of these putts have been dropping for her. She could have had a really low round.
Start off with a level par and had 4 under. Had hopes of really moving up the leaderboard, and unfortunately only turning in 2 under par. Now, Jeongeun.
Good opportunity for birdie for her.
Oh, no.
That's too bad.
May have hit it just a little bit too hard and might have seen a little more break than she needed to. And that will be a par. So after 2 over par in the first round, 66 yesterday. A level par for the day, but I think she should be very happy to walk away with an even par 72 today.
That's right. Considering the number of bogeys she's had, that's a very respectable finish.
Now, Bay, this is very critical chip shot to stay within 2 shots of Hee Jin Tae, who has also put her tee shot on the 17th hole quite close. Ooh.
Okay, very well done.
Not bad, but again, Sunu. After leading the field on 2 successive days, on a moving day, has not been able to make any sort of moves on the field. This is setting Hyun, long birdie putt.
And downhill there, it's where it gets a little quick, but I think the line she chose was a little bit too far right. Very difficult to read that putt.
This has to be a misread on the part of setting Hyun, and perhaps the inexperience may have set in for her. Back to 16th hole. Our overnight leader, Sunu Bae.
Yeah, big putt for Sunu. She needs this.
Just to remain at 12 under, and she will.
Her short putting has just been solid all week. None of the putts have either lipped out except for that one back on the front 9, but most of them have just been dead center every single time.
And that certainly is one of the prerequisites to be in the top of the leaderboard. And this is Hyun Park for her birdie to go 13 under.
Very makeable putt.
And I think she's done it. Oh! My goodness, what does she have to do to buy a putt?
Yeah, just scoots by on the low side, but it was a good stroke. I can't fault the stroke for that.
And we're back to 18th hole. And Colin Song, 7 under, 2 under for the day and 7 under for the tournament. A very delicate chip. And I think she's done a pretty good job with that. Should be cleaning that up for a par to remain at 7 under for the tournament. But the round 3 action winding down as the final group moving on to the tee box, the 17th hole. And Hee Jin Tae still not finished with yet another birdie. The 9th birdie of the day is what she's looking at to walk away with 3 shots lead over Sunu Bae.
Looking good. Breaks at the end. She can't be too happy about that. That was a very makeable putt. Started the ball a little too far left, but still maintains that 2-stroke lead.
That may have been the shot that she'll probably go back and look and say, I may have given a shot to Sun Bae there.
Yeah, look out for this player as well tomorrow. Gaun Song, she's a very strong player with a fearless player with a very good short game.
Finished with 3 under par in the back 9 and 7 under par for the tournament. 2 under for the day, and Hyun had to make this par putt.
Yeah, a lot of players been walking around right where her line is. Last thing you want to see is a little bump in the road. Okay, nice putt.
Boy, she is not giving away any strokes.
No, not at all.
On those short putts, and still cruising along at 4 under par for the day, at 11 under for the tournament. Just 3 shots out of the lead. And this is Hyun Park. To remain at 12 under, and has done that nicely. And currently tied for second place with the overnight leader, Sun Bae. Give us a little thought on the 18th hole here, Eddie.
Yeah, great finishing hole. Places a premium on an accurate drive in the middle of the fairway. Players today are favoring the right-hand side for a good approach angle into the green. The bunker does come into play here, and the players need to watch out. That bunker, that shots from that bunker brings the water in play in front of the green. Not the longest hole, but an excellent finishing hole.
And we've seen various selection of the shot off the tee box. Hana Jung coming off with a fairway wood in the second round, and this hole today has mostly gone with the driver. And Hyun Ju found the fairway bunker. And our leader by 2, Lee Jung Lim, has selected to go with the driver. Leading by 2 on the 18th hole.
And that's what you want to see with a leader, is to not change your strategy, your course strategy, your game plan because of your position on the leaderboard. And so it's good to see that she's sticking with her plan.
So in the last 35 holes from Hee Jung Lim, we have seen nothing other than 15 birdies.
Wow, that's amazing.
And Hee Jung Lim also birdied in the second round. Now Hyun with the driver on the 18th hole. A little bit of draw there, but I think that should be okay.
That's going to cut off her angle into the green just a little bit, having to bring that water more into play, but shouldn't be a problem.
Sit in, still not happy with her swing. Hyun Park missing an opportunity on 16th and 17th hole to get within a shot or even a share of the lead. And she's pushed away right, and Eddie, you mentioned about that fairway bunker coming to play, and exactly that's where she's ended up.
Yeah, that's right. Fortunately, she's so far back that the lip isn't going to pose a problem, but we'll have to see how her lie is in the bunker.
All right, Sun Bae, overnight leader, now all of a sudden trailing by 2 shots to Hee Jung Lim.
Wow, she looked like she really took a hard swing at that. Oh, but the result is nice. Good for her.
Even with that mighty swing that she has taken, still, ball ending up just beyond the tee, and we'll have a good opportunity for a birdie to get a shot within our current leader, Hee Jung Lim. Now this is Jayam Kim too. Really Had a lot of air taken out of her. With that double bogey, a crucial mistake on her part. She has selected to go with the 9-iron in this hole. 2 over par for the day.
Yeah, we still don't know what happened back on that double bogey, but it looks like she still hasn't recovered. She needs a good shot here.
This really needs to go in the clubhouse with some positive thoughts. And
Okay.
that is not too bad. We'll have an opportunity for a birdie to try to get a stroke back.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of putts being made from that side, the right side.
All right, look at all those shots that we have seen thanks to Shot Tracer. Now, Son of Bay, she had led the field for 2 days in a row and was cruising along, and now all of a sudden she's 2 shots behind Hee Jin Tae. What are some of the things that she needs to do to get herself back into the composure and get herself into the game?
I guess just continue to make putts would be the short answer. I think she's left a lot of putts out there today.
All right, Hyun Park from the fairway bunker. Should not be a very difficult shot.
No, not at all, because the angle that she has from the bunker is the best angle into the green. She doesn't have to carry the other bunker or the water hazard. She's just got fairway and green, nothing but fairway and green in front of her. Looks like she's aiming further right, looking to draw the ball into the green.
130 yards, second shot. It looks like a very crisp contact.
Yeah, she sounded like she got all ball there.
Oh, nicely done.
Okay.
And got a bit of an unfortunate bounce there and kicked a little bit to the right side on that little fringe. But still, I think she should be quite happy with that result coming out of that fairway bunker.
She certainly should be. That was a good shot from the bunker. Your pin high just off the green, putting for birdie.
All right, Hee Jin Lim would love nothing more than walk away with another birdie to put a little distance to the field and herself. This is her second shot on the 18th hole, 14 under, 2-shot lead.
Starts it out to the right, looking to draw it back in, and ends up short. I think that was a club miscalculation there. I think she hit the wrong club.
KLPGA Tour has produced some of the top players in the world, starting with Sari Pak, Hyun Kim, making their way onto the LPGA Tour, has opened the floodgate. And remember this name, Serin Hyun. She might be heading the LPGA Tour in a few years. And that's her second shot. And just runs by.
Yeah, I just can't get that spin from the rough over there. We've seen that all day today. Even with the wedge.
Just difficult to control that shot. Now, Jayam Kim too with the birdie opportunity to go 7 under.
Very makeable putt here. Just get the speed right. It's a good stroke.
Oh, and I think she has.
Oh, that's amazing. That ball rolled right on top of the hole. Yeah, that looked like it rolled right over the top of the hole.
And Jayam Kim too looking dejectedly. Now Sonu Bae got to get this birdie putt dropped.
Yeah, also another very makeable putt here. Slightly downhill.
All right, even par for the day. Needs to go in the red number, and has she done it?
Wow, that's a third putt she's left short.
And today, the issue she's been having all day has been hitting that putt an inch or two short. Now let's see who will go first. Would it be Serin Hyun or Yeongeun Park. It might be our leader, Hee Jung Lim. Might be the furthest out on the 18th hole. And again, this is one of the things that you just cannot get expected and would get comfortable, is that these players with some unbelievable scoring effort, but yet we have no gallery due to the health issues caused by COVID-19. But the players are absolutely delighted that they have an opportunity to play. And this is Hee Jung Lim for a birdie to go 15 under for the tournament.
She's looking a bit right here. It's uphill all the way, so she can give it a good stroke. Get it to the hole.
And get it to the hole she has, and it's rolling in for a birdie and a 15 under par for the tournament.
Unbelievable. What a great putt that was. What a bonus that is, too. Not expecting to make it, but...
I'm getting a goosebump here. I mean, this is 9 birdies with a bogey, and just unbelievable effort on the part of Hee Jung Lim. Take another look.
Wow, I can't believe that ball rolls a little right there on the end there.
And how many times have we seen that putt being missed to the right side of the hole, but somehow she was able to get that pace just right to keep that ball on the line to drop that.
Amazing.
9 birdies and a bogey, 8 under par after shooting 7 under par yesterday. Goes up 3 shots over Sunu Bae, who is now on the 18th hole. And setting Hyun for a long birdie putt. And as has other people have, just missing it to the right side, and that will be a par for her.
Yeah, it's a very nice par. Good pace on the ball, and nice to finish with a solid 2-putt par.
And for rookie Setting Hyun, 67, 70, 68, and 3 rounds and under par and 4 under today. I tell you, comparing that to Hee Jung Lim, that 4 under par looks like almost an over par.
That's right. It's a solid performance. She might be paired in the final group tomorrow.
All right, Yeongeun Park. Wouldn't it be nice to drop this birdie putt to get within 2 shot of the leader, Hee Jung Lim? And look at here! Oh! How many times does she lip out that putt today? All right, beautiful round today out of her, 5 under. But again, comparing to what Hee Jung Lim has done, that 5 under par looks like about 3 over par.
I think they definitely fed positive energy off each other today, both playing very well, putting very well. But she certainly left a lot of putts out there, a lot of lip outs.
And it all depends on how Sunu Bae finishes, will determine who will have in the final group for the 4th round and the final round action of the 42nd KLPGA Championship. A lot of golf and exciting golf in store for you, and hope you'll join us tomorrow from the Lakewood Country Club for the 42nd KLPGA Championship. But still, we have Jayam Kim too, looking anxiously and going over that yardage with her caddy. And this is the sign of a true professional and a veteran, Eddie?
Yes, it is. She's going over that yardage book, calculating the wind, assessing her lie, doing all the things she needs to do to figure out exactly what shot to play. She's definitely playing from the right side of the fairway, so that's a plus. Just a few steps on the green would be the proper landing area, and let the ball race and run out to the hole.
Was really unlucky on that birdie putt on the 17th hole, par 3. Just missing it just a bit outside of the edge.
Okay.
Oh, and
Needs to
that's
settle.
done nicely.
Yeah, sit down.
And she might be a little bit surprised the ball continued on and went beyond the hole, but still will have a good chance for a birdie opportunity. Apparently 2 over par for the day, and Sunu.
Okay, let's see how this turns out.
And this is also about 140 yards. Second shot coming up, and has just almost trickled onto the front of the green. But that's been kind of the day she's had.
Yeah, it's quite unlike yesterday.
So after shooting 5 under par and 7 under par yesterday, and that's where she is at. And this is Dobbin Ho.
Excellent shot.
And a good shot to somehow be able to spin that ball out of the fairway bunker. Not seeing too much of her, but the final groove heading toward the last hole here on the 18th green. So looking toward the 4th round action, Eddie, we're definitely going to see Sunu Bae paired up with Hee Jin Lim, the leader, as she will be the overnight leader and has turned in a 15 under for the clubhouse. What does Hee Jin Lim will have to do to get prepared?
Well, I think her game plan should not change. She's been sneaking up that leaderboard since Wednesday or Thursday, and I think her game plan is pretty solid. Now, the question is the pressure of playing with a veteran, or what we call in Korea, unni, going to affect her play or change her strategy? It's going to be interesting and exciting, to say the least.
All right, Hee Jin Lim, 8 under par, 64, 3 shots over 2 players. Sunu Bae, the overnight leader, and Hyun Park, 12 under. And Serin Hyun, 11 under. And just 4 shots out of the lead, the rookie. And Mi Jung Kong at 9 under par after turning in a 67, along with Jeongeun Oh.
Yeah, stacked leaderboard there. It's anybody's game. I think even the 8 and 9 unders have a chance at this tomorrow. For the younger players who haven't been in this position very often, I think the pressure of being in or near the lead on the final day, playing the last few groups, can be overwhelming.
Another beautiful look, the 18th hole, par 4, the finishing hole, and Sunu Bae having a long walk toward the hole and trying to really find that right spot where she needs to hit that little chip shot. Now, has she selected a putter there, Eddie?
Yeah, I think she's chosen to go with the putter on this one, which is a pretty good idea. The ball's not that far off the green. Again, like the same thing we've been saying all day, the speed is going to be critical here. Just get the right speed. 2 putt is all you're looking for.
All right, Sunu Bae, try to get within 2 of the clubhouse leader, and
she's done that very well.
And that's a very good result. Good distance control for Sunu Bae, who won this tournament 4 years ago as her maiden win on the KLPGA Tour. And she is still right back in it. Only 3 shots out of the lead.
Well, 4 years more experience than the rookies in the group ahead of them can almost be a lifetime in this game.
Well, you knew that Sunu Bae was a very talented player, but she had to wait almost 4 years before she finally found the winner's circle.
That's right.
And Jayam Kim, too.
Right. She had, a pretty good 2016 season, was it, when she had multiple wins that year?
Absolutely. And then she was able to win the Doosan match play.
That's right.
Now she is elected to go with the putter also. A lot of players have missed this putt to the right side of the hole. Let's see if she can hit it hard enough to keep that line. And this is for birdie.
That's
All
a
right,
good
that
start.
looks pretty good on the line. And again, it's just so difficult to get that line and the speed right, especially coming downhill like that.
Yeah, they're just not seeing enough break. They're not playing far enough right or far enough left. And it's a little disconcerting to want to hit it that far left when you can't see that much break.
All right, Jayam Kim too, so promising in the first 2 rounds, but today 2 over par. Going backward on the moving day, unfortunately.
Yeah, she certainly had momentum early in the round, but that double bogey, whatever happened on that second shot back on 14 was very unfortunate.
All right, Dobbin Ho. One of the few times she's been in the final group. Has 7 under par. This will be for a birdie to go 8 under and just slides by right side. So other than Hee Jin Lim, everyone has missed it to the right side from that position. And she's missed that putt to lose a shot today. And along with Jayam Kim too, has gone a bit backward in the final round, in the 3rd round action. And Jayam sizing up her par putt. It's just unfortunate to have that double bogey, which really set herself back and was never able to kind of get back on track and now try to clean it up for par and to remain a 6 under par for the tournament. And a good job for her. And now Sunwoo, she needs to make that putt for par at 12 under. And the 3rd round action, it's been all Hee Jin Lim.
Yes,
Eddie?
it has. It's been her day today. She has been making putts from all over the place, just like Sunwoo was yesterday, hitting good shots, hitting fairways and greens. What a performance it was today. Just a formality. It was a good up and down from the front of the green. And we'll be in the final round tomorrow at the final group.
All right, Sunwoo, overnight leader from 1st and 2nd round, has finished the round today and the moving day here at the Lakewood Country Club. And we are getting ready for the final round tomorrow. And boy, these ladies will have a work cut out as the Lakewood Country Club will be once again hosting these unbelievably talented players coming back. But one player that we know that has done such a great job is Hee Jin Lim. So for